Like my story?
No, not your story, a story. Since you can't keep your mouth shut long enough for me to read my paper, tell me a story.
I don't think I know any stories.
You don't know any stories?
No.
All right, I'll tell you a story. This is a newspaper, right? It's 90% bullshit, but it's entertaining. That's why I read it, because it entertains me. You won't let me read it. So you entertain me with your bullshit. Tell me a story right now. Go.
What's up, fight fans? We are back at it with another edition here at Round One Sports TV. I am always your host, Edwin. Where do all fights start?
Round one.
Let's go. So we had an interesting interview last night take place in Las Vegas last night. It was in the wee hours of the morning. Showbiz, shout out to Showbiz, the adult. Uh, um, he was in Las Vegas and he had Teofimo Lopez and he had Rolly Romero take a lie detector test. And since it's a 3-hour difference, right? It aired last night out here at like 12 o'clock, right? And it was 3 hours different out there, so it was a little bit earlier. So they aired the lie detector, and the lie detector, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play some of the zones lie detector. Hopefully they don't copyright me. Yo, Showbiz, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is, but I just want to promote the fight, and I want to show the people some of the things that were said in the lie detector. I want you guys to see Rolly's vibe, and I want you to see Teo's vibe, because there was a lot of things said about their fight, their upcoming fight between Teofimo Lopez and Rolly. And one of the things that was said is their friendship, this buddy shit that's going on in boxing. Shakur Steven and Keyshawn Davis, like, really let the world know they're buddies. They're out there holding hands in the sand, you know what I'm saying, looking at the stars and shit. Buddy shit. And in boxing, it's an individual sport. We don't have any friends. You understand? So once upon a time, Teofimo Lopez and Rolly, they were acquaintances. And to a certain extent, you could say that they were friends. Time passed. Teo took his way. Rolly went his way. And lo and behold, they're here today. Rolly gave Teo an opportunity at his belt. There's been a lot of interviews and interesting ones being Versace show on the Versace show. They talked about it. Chris Maddox had them Rolly and Teo up there. And Teo and Rolly really expressed what they felt about each other. You know what I mean? And in this lie detector test, a lot of shit came out. Teo's lie detector test was a bit more different than Rolly's, right? So I wanna play this lie detector right here. Hold on a second. I wanna put it up right here. Bingo. This is for educational boxing purposes. I want to put up the interview that took place. The lie detector interview right here. This is Ronda Roley. That is Showbiz, an acquaintance of mine, and that is Lisa, I believe. She is the lie detector. I'm not sure if I passed all their names or anything because I fast forwarded a little bit to get right to like the questioning, and it was pretty interesting, right? So let's take a look at Rolly's lie detector questions and how'd he do in the lie detector. Let's play this right here. I want to show you guys this. Let's check this out.
Let me tell you, that's the only way you can pass a polygraph test, because people ask me all the time, like, how do I pass it? And I'm like, just sit here, answer the questions, and tell the truth. That's all. So as long as you're good with that, you're going to be good with me. All right. So I'm going to put a little bit of air in the blood pressure cuff.
Bull Rider became
Hey,
a
just
paint
a quick
subscriber.
story. When Muhammad Ali took on Sonny Liston, he was sure that he was going to win. And they thought that he was lying. So they checked his heart rate, they checked his blood pressure and everything. Come to find out he was calm as a cucumber, was telling the truth the whole damn time. So this reminds me of that, the great Muhammad Ali.
Okay, so make sure this hand lays flat on the table. Perfect.
This is so weird.
Okay, well, please remain still because the test is going to begin.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready, Lisa?
Oh, I thought that was a question.
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay.
Too easy of a question.
So here's the baseline. Is your name Rolly, Florencio, Romero, Moreno?
No. It's Rolando Florencio Romero Moreno.
Right. Okay.
Well, he's telling the truth from the start, so that's good.
Good. Do you think you will pass the polygraph?
So it's got to be yes or no. And I do see your brain thinking right now.
It depends what they ask, but I'm going to say yes.
Good.
And he's telling the truth on that one, which is great. Okay.
Here's a hard
I didn't do it.
Here's a hard one. Are you now in Las Vegas?
Yes, I am in Las Vegas right now.
Okay, good. You know where you are.
Okay. Now let's turn it up.
Yeah.
Does Teofimo think he's better at dancing than he is boxing?
Most definitely.
So that was a yes.
Yes.
He's telling the truth.
Teo thinks he's good at
Okay.
So I can only answer with yes or no?
Yes, just yes
You
or
better get good
no.
at
Wait,
boxing,
what the
brother.
hell?
You better get good at boxing.
Yeah, let's reattach you here. Hold on one
Dude,
second.
you told the truth. Teo thinks he's better.
Oh, bro, this is crazy, bro. Loki,
That should be over right now.
Right now?
That should be over right now.
Well, we're going to keep going.
Okay, we're going to keep going. Okay, yes or no? Ready? Is this the month of August?
yes.
All right.
Okay.
Who wins between your dad and Teo's dad in a boxing match?
My dad, what you mean? My dad knocked this dude out cold, bro. Hey, they're on the undercard, by the way.
Oh, shit. The first part. Is that true? Want me to ask again?
In his opinion, he's telling the truth. So he believes it, yeah. Yeah, there was no reaction to the question.
Oh, my God. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Wait, how does that thing work?
I'll show you after. Don't peek.
Is the fight taking place at T-Mobile Arena?
Yes.
Okay, good. He knows where he has to be.
Okay, good. Lisa, you're good at this.
I've only been doing it 16
16
years.
years.
Okay. Dang, boy, your brain is... Okay, here we go. How does Saturday night play out? Do you win come Saturday night?
Yes.
There was no hesitation on that one.
No hesitation. No hesitation on that one. He was like, yes, I am going to win. Wholeheartedly, Rolly believes he is going to win the fight. In a polygraph, he's not hesitating. Now, look at the lady's reaction to how Rolly answers these questions. She admits, you are the most honest person I have ever fucking did a polygraph to. Check it out. Check it out.
Hey, everybody, put your money on Rolly. Put your money on Rolly. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Oh, my God, bro. Okay, no hesitation.
No hesitation.
Okay. In sparring, Was it true that Teo got the best of you?
Yes. In one session, but yes.
You are the most honest person that has ever been sitting in that chair.
I wouldn't admit to that, bro. But you have to, because you can't lie.
No. He can lie. He's choosing to be truthful. There's a difference.
Okay. You have to talk to me about that.
We're gonna, yeah.
Okay.
This lady's been doing this for 16 years. 16 years. She goes to prison systems to do polygraphs on inmates to see if they committed crimes. He says that later on in the interview, later on. She's done polygraphing for 16 years, and out of all the people she has polygraphed throughout her career, she just said, and look at her, look at the expression on her face. She said, "You are one of the most honest persons." Rolly doesn't have that sense. He don't know how to be fake. Rolly gonna tell you. He clowns around, he trolls, he does this. He'll lie. Everybody lies. But yo, you can a lot from Rolly, bro. Yo, check this out, man.
All right. Are you scared that you will lose the fight come Saturday night live on the Zone?
No.
He's not scared for shit. He's not scared. He's not scared of anything.
I was
You are
He
so
ain't
cool
scared of
as a
shit.
cucumber, right? Like it's. You are confident.
Rolly.
My God.
Rolly. Okay. Here's the big one. Do you think Teofimo Lopez should have cut his father after the Shakur Stevenson fight?
No.
My name's Lacey Harris, and I'm the chair of the Independent Artist Program and the Artist Producer Entrepreneur Program here at Musicians Institute in Hollywood, California. The Independent Artist Program is a
That's an easy truth. Why do you think that? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, he gave him the best instructions in the world. You got to hit him, bro. If you ain't hit him, you ain't going to win.
Facts.
That's kind of how it works.
Hit him, bro.
I'm going to tell you like this, right? Teofimo Lopez would not be where he's at if it wasn't for his father. Don't switch things up now. His dad is his best trainer. No other trainer in the world will be able to put up with his BS.
Okay.
You tell him the truth on that too, because there was no reaction to anything you just said.
2 more questions.
Yep.
Do you think you will knock out Teofimo Lopez come Saturday night live on the Zone?
Yes.
Another confident answer.
Hey, put the
Another confident answer. Listen, there were 2 things that were said right there, and I had to stop it. I was drinking my coffee though. And there was 2 things that were just said there that were very important right there, right? One of the things is that he believes that Teofimo Lopez should not have fired his father after the Shakur fight. That a lot of people say that, and a lot of people, even including myself, have said in the past that Teo should leave his father. I still feel that way, right? That he should go on and get like some world-class training. And we've talked about this a lot of times on my show, okay? And the thing, excuse me, and the thing is that Rolly just admitted to the world under a polygraph, this is his opinion, but he's telling the truth. He says, no, Teo shouldn't leave his father. No other trainer is going to be able to put up with Teo's bullshit like his dad. His dad is the one that keeps him in shape, keeps him in boxing, at least for the most part, to what Teo is. Rolly has worked with Teo. He's seen Teo younger. Teo has matured now, but still, when Teo was very difficult, you can see he's difficult to work with. You see? And perhaps it's not the coaches that he couldn't find. It was a coach that would put up with Teo's shit. And Rolly was like, the only guy that can fucking whip Teo back into shape and puts up with his shit is his dad. Is his dad. So that was really good right there. You know, and Rolly's questioning here. You know, let's
on the knockout
continue.
too. Put your money on the knockout too. Rolly Romero, how you think you did, man, in the polygraph?
It wasn't me.
Everybody make sure you check out the fight. The champion, the Super WBA champion, Rolly Romero, taking on Teofimo Lopez Saturday.
All right, let's quickly fast forward to where Teo comes into the ring. Now, Teo shook from the beginning. Teo shook from the beginning. Like, mind you, none of these fighters right here know exactly what they were going to ask them. They were told they were going to be on a polygraph. They weren't told what were the specific questions they were going to ask them, right? So Teo shook. Teo shook. Teo's like, I got to go to the bathroom right now. You know, is that going to fuck up the polygraph? Watch. You'll see. And Teo's like, shook. But the one thing that Teo wanted to clarify here at the polygraph wasn't these like simple questions about their friendship. See, this polygraph right here was supposed to, you know, for the betting world, and a lot of people are saying they're buddies. They're not going to fight each other. We're going to see a glorifying sparring session, this, that, and the third. And what this does right here, it allows the people to know that these guys are serious. These guys are actually trying to go in there and knock each other out. There's no friendship. I'm not going to hold back on you. That's the whole point to the polygraph, to prove to the general public that, listen, what you guys are about to see is a fucking war. Okay? And the truth was brought out by a polygraph. Both fighters admitted, you know, I like the guy, but I'm going to rip his head off. And it's a fact, Jack. Let's check out the rest of Teo's
Everyone
interview.
asks me.
Oh, by the way, in Teo's interview, in this polygraph right here, one of the things that Teo wanted to bring to the light, which was not on, I guess, showbiz's mind or anything. Salute, what's up, brother? And yo, bull riders, bull rider, I'm gonna give Frontline half of the subscription money, like you said. I'm gonna take the first half, and the 2 zeros that are in the end, I'm gonna give him that half to Frontline because he deserves it. He deserves it. So I'm gonna take the front half of the money, and the back end, I'm gonna give that to Frontline. All right? How about that? Yeah. Yeah. So let's continue here with the polygraph test here with Teo. And okay, and what I was saying, and showbiz wasn't asking the kind of questions that were in the past that had to pertain to Teofimo Lopez's past, his racic antics, the banana with the box with Keyshawn. They weren't prepared to ask Teo any of that shit. In fact, the person that brings it up in the polygraph and demands you ask me these questions came from Teofimo Lopez. Teo stops showbiz in this little thing and says, yo, bro, check this out. I want you. And the lady explains to him, I can't ask you if you're racist. And I'm going to let her explain it. And she'll explain to you what the difference between a yes and no question and an opinion, and how in the moment you might not be like, if today I say I like all people today. Yes, tomorrow that can change for me. So I could be telling the truth for today, and then tomorrow something could happen to me, and all of a sudden I don't like this race of people. So that's opinionated. That's an opinionated question. It's not a question that it's either truthful, because she'll explain it. Let's watch. Check it out.
Like, how do I beat the test or how do I pass? And I tell them, sit here, answer the questions, and just tell the truth. That is the only way someone can pass a polygraph test.
Got it.
Got it? Any questions for me before I attach you?
Well, it's Spike if I have to, because I got to go to the men's room.
So do you really have to go, or is that an excuse because you're anxious and nervous?
Or is that a damn lie?
Or is that a lie?
No, I really have to go.
You really got to go?
We just run through it.
Okay.
We'll run
We're
through
going
it.
to run through it?
No,
and then-
I'm just saying, like, when I answer the questions,
Yeah.
does me having the urge of going to the men's room, is that going to change the...
Nope.
Okay, you got to ask me if I'm racist.
Okay, no, I'm not going to do that.
Got to ask me.
What does he want to
Okay.
ask?
Got to
If
ask me
he's-
that.
if
If I'm
he's-
racist.
If he's racist.
So here's the deal. We actually can't ask that on a polygraph test.
We can, right?
We cannot.
Oh, you cannot?
So it's the same
Hey.
reason why when I have couples that come to me and ask about cheating husbands and wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, stuff like that.
Okay.
Because you can't test emotion.
Oh.
Emotions change. So if I were to say right now, like if you're, I'm not going to use your relationship, but let's say one of your friends has a girlfriend and I ask him, do you love her? Maybe in that moment right now. But if she did some stupid stuff, let's say the day before or the week before, he
feel
may
that.
feel some type
Well,
of way.
what do you want to clear up? Maybe we can ask
Yeah,
in a
maybe
certain
we
way.
can figure out a
Certain way? Yeah, because I've grown up and I was been raised around the culture. So I guess ever since that situation...
How about do you love all people?
There we go, okay.
Okay. No, you can't
No.
do that either.
No,
Is
because
it
you
emotion?
can't test. Yeah,
It's an
love is an
emotion.
emotion.
Ah.
So that's why we got to be careful with the phrasing, and that's
my
why
God.
in polygraph
Well,
school we go to training.
See, I want to
believe
get
you.
right to it
I
for you
believe
guys.
you.
I want to
believe
get
you.
right to
I
it.
believe
Answer
you.
everything y'all want to
I
ask
believe
me.
you. I believe you. I
You know what I'm
believe you.
saying?
I believe you. I believe you.
Because I think that it's come off wrong. Like when Marvin Hagler, right? Marvelous Marvin Hagler, when he fought somebody in the UK, I think it was in England,
Yeah.
I think they already had like a sold out event. Or right there, right? They had like 60,000 or 70. Back then was heavy, crazy thousands of thousands, right? But then to spike it up, Marvin Hagler said that the guy that he was fighting in his home country, he denied him a handshake, which was absolutely
remember
false. But it was for a racial,
Oh, to create
the tension. And all that did was escalate it to like over 100,000 in attendance the
Yeah, I
the
feel
night
you.
that they fought.
Okay, how about the Keyshawn fruit basket?
I never gave it to him.
Okay, let's
You
can
gotta
I ask
ask
that?
Can we ask that?
Okay, I know.
Tell me what
I
it
asked
is so
that.
I can get ready for you.
It's-
What's the question?
But it has
Did you send
the real deal Shaquille
Keyshawn
O'Neal.
Davis the fruit basket before the Lamos fight?
Where'd you get the fruit basket from?
I never went. I never
Oh,
did.
you never-
No, we're just going to ask that.
So I just
And
a
see
yes
if
or
he's
no,
lying.
right?
Yes or
Everything
no?
is just a yes or no, and that's it.
Oh yeah, let's wrap me
Okay,
up.
let's wrap him up. Wrap him up.
Gotta strap me up.
All right, everybody.
We're having
This
too
is
much fun over
this
here.
is live on Kick. Let's go. I know y'all ready. I
Arms
know
up.
y'all ready. Hey, listen,
So this
you
is
got
gonna be
a
breathing
point
in
to
your
prove.
stomach.
You got a point to prove. We're going to ask the baseline questions
We're gonna
first.
do that again?
Okay.
To make sure everything.
Lean forward again.
Everything works.
Yeah, he wants
arms
to
up.
let
That's how you
everybody
do it.
know
You know
that he ain't a
look,
damn
this was his
lie.
You
moment.
gotta ask me if I'm a male or.
It's stuff like that.
Stuff like that, but
Shout out.
I don't want you to fail that one.
All right.
No.
hold on, can you do the stay still
You
so I can
gotta
get
be
this on?
Teofimo, not Teofibo.
Yeah, right. Or Tiafima.
Yeah.
You got. What? My dude.
I got a big. I got a chest.
I'm trying to attach you, and you keep moving.
I'm not even moving.
Okay, there you go.
This is the
It's
biggest.
going
So
back
this
down.
hand, I noticed. So just try and sit still as much as possible so it doesn't drop anymore.
You gotta be like.
Right hand.
That hand.
Oh, okay. Left hand.
Okay, so turn this over. No, other way. 1, 2.
Oh my gosh, this is really happening. Never
really-
done this before.
I go into prisons and I use the same equipment on inmates.
She going
Yep.
to prisons, so
It's a prison. Yeah.
that's rough.
Oh yeah. Except I know I go home at the end of the
But they
day.
volunteer to come and do this.
Look. T.O.
Okay, ready to play?
You
I'm ready to play.
Air's going
Ready
in
to
the
tell the
cup.
truth?
Nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth.
Okay,
All right, you ready?
hold on 1 second.
Reach flex. 21.
Some basic baseline
Okay,
question.
please remain still. The test is going to begin.
You ready?
You're good. I got you.
You ready? Are you ready, Lisa?
Oh, I'm good. Let's go.
Okay. Here's a baseline question. Is your name Teofimo Andres Lopez Rivera?
Yes.
Okay, good. He knows his name. Let's keep going.
Okay. Do you think you will pass this polygraph test?
Yes.
You sure about that?
Positive, yes.
Okay.
Do you do the thumbs up or the thumbs down?
Oh no, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm just nervous.
Hey, I'm scared now. Shit, I feel like
I will pass this.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you're good. Let's keep going.
okay. All right. Teo, do you like Rolly Romero? Oh shit.
No?
That was a lie.
That was a lie. I said you can't be Teo. Hey, Teo lie. Teo lie.
I thought you were going to tell the truth and everything.
You got to tell the truth.
I thought I
you
didn't like
can't lie.
The
You
truth.
like? No, that's good. You like him.
I like him, yeah.
You like
Yes,
him.
You
yes.
like him. That's
You like
good.
him. That's good.
But it's like
That's
just
good.
a like not a like, but like a like.
Yeah, but it's a like. I didn't say
like
like
a
love.
mutual like. Yeah, okay.
It's one like, not two.
Got it.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, so yes.
You're
All
good.
right. Are you now in Las Vegas?
Yes.
Okay, good. He knows where he is.
Okay. If your dad and Rolly's dad were to fight, who will win in that fight?
Now?
Now.
Well, that's not a yes or no, but my dad?
You had a little bit of a reaction, but we would have to go ahead and retest that question so I can get more data.
Okay.
Oh, Teo thinks his daddy's gonna get scraped by Rolly's dad. You heard it. Not as sure as Rolly. When they asked Rolly, they say, "Hey, Rolly, will your dad whoop Teo's dad?" Rolly was like, "Hell yeah." Teo was like, in deep thought, he was like, "Fuck. Rolly's dad will whoop my dad's ass," right? And since she's gonna break it down, it's an opinionated question, so he kind of passes it, but he knows Rolly's dad, he might scrape him. He might scrape his pops.
Okay.
To go ahead and
Do I do it back to back, or do I ask another question?
Ask another question and we'll go back to it.
Okay. Is this the month of... You scared as hell. I'm sorry. Is this the month of August?
Yes.
Okay, he's good.
If your dad and Rolly Romero's dad were to fight right now, who will win in that fight?
My father.
Bet you're watching videos with your phone leaned up against whatever's next, right? The angle's always wrong. It keeps sliding.
He's still reacting to the question.
Okay. So what do we do?
So in this situation,
Wasn't
because it's
as
not a
clear
yes or
as
no
Rolly's.
answer, it's the belief of someone, and it's his opinion. So I can only go on the basis of the fact that his opinion is truthful.
Because that's what we're doing here. There's
Yeah.
no way he would know the truth. They've
Exactly.
never fought.
Exactly.
So that's actually a truthfulness.
It's a truthful answer.
Right. Okay. Good. Okay.
It's okay. It's a safe space. You're fine. No one's gonna hurt you.
All right. Here we go.
You know, I used to think that these things used to zap you if you lied.
No, that's not what happened. She's zapping. You're zappy. Lisa, you're zappy.
I played the fifth.
Okay. All right. Here's another question about your dad.
Okay.
Do you think your father has what it takes to make you a world champion again?
Yes.
He believes in dad and the truth.
Good. Teo Senior, where you at? Teo Senior. Senior.
He's in the
Love you,
mix.
boy. Okay. Is the fight taking place at T-Mobile Arena?
Yes.
That's great.
Okay, so he knows where he needs to show up.
Okay.
Ask the Keyshawn one.
Hold on.
Okay.
Have you really gotten over the Shakur Stevenson loss?
No.
So he had an initial reaction to the question?
Of course, he'll
Of
fight.
course.
Fight
But he
anything
told
else
the
he has.
truth when he said no.
Okay, cool. I'll take that. You shouldn't get over that shit. You know what I mean? Like, bro, look, I lost. Okay. Are you scared you will lose Saturday night live on the Zone?
I've got a lot of brain activity going on right now and doing some thinking.
Yes.
According to this, you're not scared.
Oh shit! Hey, dude, don't listen, bro. Don't try to pass the polygraph. Tell the damn truth. You're not scared that you will lose Saturday. Don't try to promote the fight either. This man trying to promote the damn fight. Don't try to promote
Live on
the
the
fight
Zone. Get the Zone Ultimate.
Yes, okay. Did you send a fruit basket to Keyshawn Davis in the lead up of his Lamos fight?
No. It was the Ukrainian, but no.
He told the truth.
Oh!
Told you.
Yes!
I fucking told you.
Yes, dude!
I would have done something worse than that if I sent it to him.
There you go.
If I sent you, I would write it in my writing. Love Teofimo. I love Teo.
Okay, what was all that shit you were doing online though, bro?
I just capitalized on it.
Oh, I got you.
Okay.
You were playing on it.
I just jumped on it so that I could take a little bit of his time of his fight week onto me.
Okay, because we've been cool. And I didn't think that was cool. I thought, you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't do a watermelon.
Okay, right.
Yo, that was big. That was big right there. When you're accused of something, right? And especially such a hard, stigma they trying to put on you as like a racist. And Teo's back was against the wall. Somebody sent Keyshawn Davis that basket, that fruit basket thing there. It wasn't a basket. It was a fucking box with some watermelon, I think, and some bananas. It wasn't even set up well. It wasn't like it was a real fruit basket. It was some real ghetto shit. And literally, all they did was take a cardboard box and put a watermelon inside of it and put a thing of bananas on the side. Wasn't like no thought out thing, but it was obviously a racist and deliberate action that was trying to disrail Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis, since he was going back and forth with Teo, and Teo had said some shit previously to this, the main suspect became Teo. And then Teo's dumbass, if you guys could remember, see, Teo, he fed into it. Teo makes a video eating a banana. Remember? So once he made the video eating the banana, and it came out that he got that, they was like, oh, Teo did it. And Teo admits here, he said, all I was doing was trolling him because I heard that somebody sent him a box like that. And I started, to get at him. Because that's what we're doing, right? But in the sense, the way that Teo did it, Keyshawn Davis said, nah, bro, he did it. He's the one that did it. Then Teo saw, like he caught on, like, damn, bro, I kind of framed myself. Like the joke might have been distasteful, but Teo didn't think that far. Teo didn't think. Teo was just getting on. Teo felt like he knew he didn't do it, right? So when they did it to him, Teo just got on the joke to stick it to Keyshawn. He didn't think Keyshawn was going to turn around and be like, oh, you did it. You's a racist. And Teo was like, oh, shit, I kind of made myself look like I did it. What a dumbass, right? So Teo's like, All right, I'm a dumbass for fucking eating the banana, right? And it made you think I sent it to you. You know what I mean? But I was just trolling you. I was just trolling you. I was getting on the joke on what it wasn't a real good. I'm not saying it was a joke, and like a lot of people like ha ha he he. Some jokes are distasteful. Not all jokes people laugh at. Okay, all right. So it's like to clear that up for Tio, man. It was good because I was trying to tell y'all, Tio a racist? Nah. A confused, hurt individual? Yes. You know.
Like my
Oh, yo, get out of there. Okay. Tio being like, when he was going through his situation with his wife and how everybody fucking rocked him and shit, he was just hurt. And you could see it in the young man. You could see it in Tio. He was just hurt about how everybody treated him. And he just wanted to say some of the most harshest, worst things you can think of. Like he thought it was borderline. And it just came out all wrong. But as a racist, no, I don't believe that. Shout out to the Zone for putting up that interview. I don't want to film too much because they're probably going to copyright me and have it taken down anyway. You guys can check out that interview. It's not on Showbiz's channel yet. It's on the Zone channel, right? And they got some shorts up there and they got the video. I think it's their last video. That's where I just went and got it. I had the privilege to sit up last night and I watched it and I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, this was good on a lot of different levels for the two young men, Rolly and Tio, because the stigma that's going around in boxing that friends don't fight friends, which is bullshit. Which is bullshit because I've seen a lot of friends in boxing fight each other. A lot. And then I've seen some fights where they were like friends or he was fighting his idol and the fight didn't go so good. Navarrete and Sugar Nunez, right? He was like leading into the fight. Oh, I idolize this man. Coming up, he was my favorite fighter. When I saw him, I was a little starstruck. And he fought his idol. It didn't never look it, man. If you ask me, the guy wasn't fighting for 4 or 5 rounds, bro. He was like starstruck. He was like, I don't want to hit him. I don't want to get him angry, like that. So I could see where the people, the boxing world, seeing that Rolly and Tio are not at each other's throat. They're not doing your typical American shit. Fuck you, fuck your girl, your girl's in my DMs. You know what I'm saying? Fuck your kids, fuck your religion, you're a Trump supporter, blah, blah, blah. You know how Americans do, right? They want to bring everything from the outside world in because in America, you got to be more distasteful than the last fighter and you got to raise the bar. Fucking Americans, right? Competitive shit and being disciplined. See, first of all, people, true combat sports fighters, the most dangerous people I have ever met in my life are fighters, right? And they are the most humble, kindest, respectable people I have ever met are fighters. Real fighters. Killers, like real killers, trained killers that I've met in my life. Ironically, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, yeah, the majority of those guys, they're respectful, they got manners, they're like the nicest people in the world. And they're fucking killers. That's how they are. I don't know too many fighters that are actually killers that go around, trying to be like a tough guy. Maybe one or two here and there. But for the majority of the fighters that I have ever met, including myself, I'm a real good dude. I'm approachable. I talk to, you know what I'm saying? I have a great personality and but people that are way more skilled than me. I've met some real killers, and these dudes, yo, mad respectful. Mad respectful. It's weird. Life is like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I could come to think about it. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it and I'm saying, yeah, man. And hey, yo, you want to know one of the most craziest things, right? um, team guys, like what I mean by team guys is like SEAL team guys, like military, uh operators, shit like that. Like team dudes, like packs of 4, 6, 8. Uh, I never heard of no 10 or 12, but like guys like that, they're extremely funny. I find them to be extremely funny. Yo, they say some of the most funniest shit, and like under like real high duress, and they're being like shot at and shit. And this dude is like asking them, hey, they're like earlier that day or something, they were talking about something. And one of the guys was like, yeah, man, I'm thinking about getting some curtains or something to match the sofa. So out in battle, they're being shot at, and the other team dude tells them, he'll say some shit like this. He'll be like, yo, you want to go over there and ask them if burgundy is good color for your curtains to match your sofa? Right? And he goes, hey, yo, hey, Bobby, why don't you go over there and ask somebody, yo, and like, and I just say that they're funny, man, right? Um, Under like real highs, and it's just something about men like that. It's something about them. Um, Once you train like that, the actual fight doesn't scare you, you know? Um, they were great fighters that used to fight in the ring and stuff. They had great awareness, like super enhanced awareness. It was weird. It was weird. I always used to notice that some, not all, because I would have to go back and you watch their careers and shit, but some of the great legends, they could be fighting in the ring, and somebody in the fourth row, an aisle, whatever, will say something, and he'll turn around and check him. He'll be fighting and go, yo, what you say? And like he heard what they were saying out there. Like, I don't know what it is about these elite dudes, bro, but it's like some of their senses seem to be magnified. Like, I remember Javante Tank Davis kept talking to somebody in the audience. Same shit Floyd used to do. And in a fucking crowd with every voice canceling out another voice, commentators, everybody fucking talking in there, shit. I can't hear shit. Shit, I can't hear nothing in an amateur fight. I can't even hear my coach yelling out instructions to me, let alone process that and handle the dude or the kid that was coming in front of me, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? That trying to attack me, right? So it was like some of these guys, man, they're like really in tune, and it's funny to see Teo and Rolly, um, you know, tell the truth about their situation, about their friendship, about what they think about the fight and what they're gonna try to do. Who was the one that told you, do me a favor, guys, hit that like button for me, reach down, hit that like button. Who was the one that told you that I don't think Rolly got that kind of sense that he's gonna take it easy on Teo? Did I not tell you that I think Rolly's gonna go in the ring and give him his best, and then after go take you to dinner? Rolly will whoop your ass, take you to dinner, laugh at you at dinner, but have a good time with you. Yeah, he and I told you that here at round one. I told you, and I told you, I said that Teo out of the two, he has a bigger heart. You can get to Teo. But Teo is all business too. You better believe that. He's a businessman. Who is the one that came up with 2 point what for the Devin fight in Keyshawn? Who was it? Who was that guy? Teo, the real businessman. Taking care of business for the fake businessman, Keyshawn Davis. And, you know, it's funny, right? Frontline says, I wanted Teo to fight Puerto Rican dude until he fights a Puerto Rican dude that way. Frontline, because he wanted that back in blood for what Teo said about the Puerto Ricans, that they were soft, they were easy, put him a Puerto Rican guy in front of him, he will beat them. Then he was quickly reminded that Shakur Stevenson, in fact, fought Teo and Shakur's Puerto Rican, right? We was like, okay. So that kind of got Frontline's panties all in a bunch. Oh my God, Teo, right? You know how Frontline is. Anything to bring more Latin guys his way, right? Bias as hell, right? But you gotta love him. Right? Because he keeps that Latin pride up there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have him on the show. So, you like once Teo was able to prove that he was not the one that sent that box, that he had no malice in his heart. Like later on, they do ask him. Later on the interview, you can watch the rest of the interview. They asked him, because he couldn't ask him, "Are you racist?" So what he said was, he asked him a more broader question: "Do you like all people?" Teo said yes. The lie detector confirmed he's telling the truth. So he's not a racist. He did not send the box over to Keyshawn Davis. Okay? So for all the people that stamped Teo as a racist, he proved his innocence. And you know what some people will say? That's not enough. You know why? Because you already have hate in your heart. It's hard to turn around now because you look kind of silly now, wouldn't you? Or you might feel kind of silly. But you know what the good thing about being a man is? Standing on yours, confronting and learning how to grow. Knowing that just because I believe one way or thought one way at one point in time, it's okay to change my mind. That's what makes me a man. I can correct my rights and my wrongs. I have the ability to change my mind. I don't have to stay stuck or force what was told to me. I have a man, I'll use my own brain. And in this world where labels are put on people very easily, Devin Haney's an email champion. He wasn't the first email champion in boxing history, not by a long shot. But that shit stuck now, didn't it? So in this world of reputation, machismo, violence, you know what I'm saying? This is the world they live in. This is the world they live in. And when Teo cleared that up, I was happy for him. It didn't completely take away everything. Because, okay, Teo, you're not a racist. I kind of already knew that, but you're still an asshole. You're still an asshole, and you still said some stupid, dumb shit about my people. All right? I don't want to let it go. Hey, that guy's out there. Trust me. But for me, like, look, okay, Teo, you proved your point. It's a harsh world. We all want second chances in life. I'm on my 965 second chance, and I'm still trying, right? So I'm not no one to sit here and tell you, oh, what to do, how to do it. That I'm such a citizen and a role model for everybody that I have the ability to speak for the human race and to tell you what's right and wrong. Fuck out of here, bro. What you think? I ain't lost my mind. You know what I'm saying? I got no fucking room to stand on to talk about fucking Teo. Yo, Teo, you did some shit with yourself. All right? You got me. But we're talking boxing, and we are. They're going to have a fight. Teo and Rolly are going to go out there and they're going to try to take each other's heads off. In one of the interviews with Chris Maddox, Teofimo Lopez and Rondo Rolly were sitting there. And Rolly said, yo, Teo, man, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, you're good. You're all set. I already think you're a Hall of Fame fighter. Teo was like, oh, shucks. Shut up, Rolly. Not a Hall of Fame fighter. You think so? Right? He was really, really fucking taking it in, right? Yo. And then Rolly hit him with this one. He said, yeah. He said, you are a Hall of Fame fighter, Teo, right now. He said, but when I beat you, that's going to get me into the Hall of Fame. He means it. He said, I'm going to use you as a catapult to put me into the Hall of Fame. If you look back and you look at Rolly's resume, shit, Rolly got a pretty decent resume. He got Ryan on it as a win. He got Tank as a loss. Okay, but he fought Esau Pitbull Cruz, another former world champion. So he fought former world champion Tank Davis, former world champion Esau Pitbull Cruz, because Tank Davis is not a champion right now, right? Kofi and them are fighting for his full status of the belt. He's a champion in recess, kind of like that. So if you're not the champion, you're not the champion, right? I mean, who was the champion for the WBC? Was it Raymond there that was the WBC? What the hell's his name there? He was the champion in recess for like 2 years. Like, I think Bruce Carrington became the champion, and he was still the champion in recess. It was ridiculous. O'Shaquie Foster was the champion there, and Ray was still the champion in recess. So if you're not the champion, you're not the champion. So Tank Davis is not the champion. So he's a former world champion. He has a piece of a championship. I'll give him that. That's about it. A piece is not full status. That's it. So, listen. So yeah. Hold on, let me take this off and let me catch up to you guys in the chat. Also, let me take this time to put up you guys' chat on YouTube so that I can see them, so I can give my new monitor, Bull Rider, his wrench to hold it down. And shout out to all the members. And I also want to see who the members are, because if I do the restream, it doesn't show me none of that. And that's what's in front of me. So I apologize sometimes for not addressing it, because I would actually have to open up the YouTube channel to see the messages and who's winning in the chat, with who put the most chats of the day. I like to see that as well. So I'm going to put this up.
You stay with Choice Hotels, you get more of what you.
All right, there we go, gentlemen. Bull Rider Game Farm. Bull Rider, listen, my brother. With great power comes great responsibility. Use this power wisely. You have now been knighted. Welcome to the Round One Sports Talk family. Monitor. Watch out. There's a new sheriff in town. His name is Bull Rider. And he ain't taking no shit. Hey, yo. Back me up.
Another one.
All right? Back the team up. You know, you don't have to back up my comments on bullshit, but back me up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? You monitor that shit while I'm going in on my monologues. You know what I mean? Because I love to give you guys a great show, but I also like to interact. Frontline is working right now at his other job, which I don't know why he wants to do that other job. He should just quit that job with all the money I pay him, and he could come here full time and be on Round One Sports Talk. You know what I'm saying? So, and Bull Riders increase Frontline's pay, by the way. Okay? yo, Round One. You're a boxing guy. Rolly's not have Hall of Fame. Listen, I get it. I get it. But who am I to shoot down Rolly's opinion? You feel me? Let me tell you something. He makes the title defense on that belt against Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is a multiple division world champion, a unified world champion, and someone they lied to. Because on that polygraph test at the end, Teo tells Showbiz, yo, what the fuck? They wanna end the polygraph, right? And Teo says no. Teo says no. He says, ask me the hard, uncomfortable questions. And they all start going at it, and the lady's like, no, we gotta go and shit. And Teo's like, 3 more questions. Showbiz asks him a couple more questions, like a little bit deeper questions, because of Teo insisted. He says, nah, Showbiz, you need to ask me. And then they said to him on the question, they said, was the title fight, when you went into the title fight against Loma, did you believe that you were fighting for undisputed? Like they told him, the fight against Loma is going to be for all the belts, undisputed. And he said, yes. And the polygraph said, he's telling the truth. Meaning, they were going to dress Loma up as undisputed had he won that fight. They were prepared to make Loma undisputed, what he always wanted. Excuse me, what he always wanted. And the reason why he franchised the belt is because when they made Loma franchise, the WBC, in fact, wasn't in attendance. And if Loma won that fight against Teo, they would have put Loma in the record books as being undisputed. And somehow they would have made Devin Haney's belt the franchise belt, and they would have gave Loma full status the next day. They would have said, you know what, Devin? We had this mixed up. In fact, you're the franchise champion, and Loma's the full champion, and now he's undisputed. Had he beat Teo, because Teo was led to believe that going into the fight with Loma, it was for all the belts, and he's telling the truth. And he's telling the truth. Teo wasn't lying. That's what his truth. Many of us took it for delusion. Many of us heard him tell his truth, and what did we say? Yo, Teo, bro, you know it wasn't for undisputed, bro. Why are you fucking in denial, Teo? Why don't you let this shit go, Teo? Listen, Teo, you didn't have all 4 belts. It wasn't on the line. The WBC wasn't there. And Teo's been trying to tell us, no. When I signed the fight, Loma, it was for undisputed, bro. I went into the fight thinking, I was told the entire way through the fight, this is for all the marbles. As soon as I win, now it's not for all the marbles. But I guarantee you, I fucking guarantee it. Had Loma won that fight, guess what he would have been? Undisputed. I guarantee. I think about all this shit. I think about this shit, and I'm saying, I'm thinking back to the situation. I don't know how many times I've talked about Teo's situation with this undisputed claim, where that Teofimo Lopez has been arguing for a very long time. Bro, I'm undisputed, man. And yo, he's been on podcast show at the podcast show at the podcast show, And he's been telling these dudes, bro, you guys don't understand, man. That was for undisputed status, bro. But they took it away from me once I won. Leading into the Josh Taylor fight, Teo signed to fight who? Undisputed champion Josh Taylor. As they were in training camp leading to the fight, they stripped Josh Taylor of 3 belts. Once again, denying Teo undisputed status. But did Teo beat Josh Taylor? Yes. Did anybody beat Josh Taylor for those belts? No. Who is the one that finally beat Josh Taylor? Teo. Teo beat him. He beat him convincingly too. he wiped Josh Taylor down. I gotta admit, he wiped him down. Not like brutal, but if you ever watch a Teofimo Lopez fight, right? If Teo starts doing that Fortnite dance in front of you, you're having a bad night against him. When Teo starts feeling that comfortable, when he starts like doing his shit, he figured you out. He figured you out. You're going to have to Arnold Barboza that ass. When Arnold Barboza saw that Teo started getting slick and he started getting confident and he started, going in, right? Trying to go in. Arnold Barboza timed him well and hit him with one good, decent shot, which checked Teo. It gave him that little right underneath his eye. He said, boom, estate quieto, toma, right? And he hit him. And fucking Teo was like, boom, oh shit, let me chill out. Back to boxing. You know what I'm saying? He hit him with that estate quieto real quick. So it was like, look, I think that Teo, he's a good fighter, counter puncher. Off the back foot, he's really good. Rolly's pressure. Teo can roll off the ropes, lure Rolly into big shots. He can make Rolly overextend like he did in the Gervonta Davis fight. Rolly is not a technical boxer, but what he lacks in boxing, he makes up for it in forward aggression and strong punching. Rolly's jab is heavy. It's really heavy. And over accumulating of rounds, he can really punish Teo's shoulders, arms, chest, and make him a little wary. I would like to see how Teo at this weight takes Rolly's punch. And can Teo give Rolly, hit Rolly with the kind of power that will make Rolly hesitate a little bit. As you can see, both men admitted that in sparring, Teo got the best of him. Rolly's like, hey, you got the best of me then. And then Teo's like, well, to be honest, that's with headgear, big gloves on, fight night, you got 8-ounce gloves, no headgear. That's a whole different ball game. That's a whole new world right there. And plus, in sparring, there's nothing on the line. You're in there sparring, you're fighting free, working on things, showing, boom, boom, fighting strong. You're taking risk in sparring because there's nothing on the line. And when everything's on the line, you're going to fight a little bit more serious, a bit more reserved, or a bit more aggressive, or whatever approach the fighter chooses. But everything's on the line. And that's what Rolly is banking on. Rolly took the polygraph, and the lady said, out of all the people I've ever worked with, 16 years, you have got to be one of the most honest persons I have ever sat down with a polygraph. Like, him telling the truth was so truthful. She was like, damn it, you're a little bit too honest. Like, Rolly could not fucking lie. He doesn't know how to lie. He knows how to troll. He knows how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, he'll lie like, as an individual, but when he was strapped to the machine, he didn't know how to lie. Rolly was like, I'm gonna tell you everything. I'm gonna tell you like it is. Yo, that was crazy when they asked him, do you think that Teo should have left his dad? And Rolly's reaction to that, Rolly was like, no. Bro, that man didn't hesitate in none of the questions, bro. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Bing. Hit, hit the macho bell. Hit the macho bell. I hope you heard that. You know what I'm saying? Showbiz be making me laugh. He has the Tyson bell. So I got the Camacho bell. The macho bell. Right there. I'm gonna have the macho bell. I'll get a better bell. But anyway, um, so I could actually hit just this one. That's the macho bell. Which is just call that one the macho, right? Yeah. Anyway, so you see, when Rolly was being honest like that, and he was talking about Teo's dad and Teo should stay with him and that no other coach would be able to put up with Teo's shit. And he let us know, you know, some of these fighters can be difficult and divas type shit. They asked him, "Did you get over the loss with Shakur Stevenson?" And Teo was like, "No, no." But they did ask him, Teo, are you scared you're gonna lose on Saturday night? And he said yes. And the polygraph said, "You're fucking lying. You're fucking lying, Teo. You're trying to give the odds makers like, oh yeah, look, Teo's a little he, you know." But at another point, that's a tricky question. It's a quick tricky question because inside he could be confident, but Teo's trying not to let his ego speak. He's thinking he should be morally like he should let his emotions answer the questions, not his ego, not the warrior. That's why when Showbiz sat down, he said, I need you to be Teofimo, not Teofimo Lopez, right? They started laughing. He was trying to tell them, you know, look, fighters are going to and they're going to think that the answer you want to hear, they're going to say it. Because in their, they sometimes fighters think they're broken. Some fighters think they're broken because all they're thinking about all day is punching somebody in the face, right? And maybe secretly they ask themselves, why am I like this? Why do I always want to fight? Why do I go out with my wife and then somebody says something and my wife is like, please don't do this. And I'm over here punching somebody in the face. Why do I do these things? You know, and you know, some fighters like they'll, you know, fighters are gonna be fighters, man. They're gonna do and say the darndest things, man. And sometimes, you know, we can't quite understand ourselves, you know, when they ask these guys, they ask Rolly and they ask Teo, are you guys gonna go out there and try to knock each other out? And I think that that right there was the basis of this polygraph situation in Vegas. Teofimo Lopez, Rondo Rolly will be fighting for Rondo Rolly's WBA 147-pound world championship, and it will be in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, right? So, look, I think of a lot of ins and outs of this fight. I think of a lot of different ways. And I was talking about how, you know, Teo and Rolly have a lot of experience with each other. And do I think that that's going to play out in the fight? I think Rolly, you know, man, oh, this is a crazy fight. This is a crazy fight because, like I was saying, right, Rolly is not skillful. He's not the most skilled fighter. But what he does have is you have to be aware of it. Esau Pitbull Cruz got to Rolly, and I really believe that if Esau Pitbull Cruz was 5 inches taller, he would lose against. If Esau Pitbull Cruz was 5 inches taller, Rolly would beat him. The fact that he's 5'3" and Rolly didn't know how to fight a small guy. He doesn't know how. You could see he was too awkward. He was trying to be like calm and poised in the fight, and Esau Pitbull Cruz is just a hooking machine. Just boom, 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 boom. Just try to keep up with it until he snuck through and connected on Rolly. Then Rolly found out this little Mexican dude can punch. And a few more of those, he had Rolly doing motherfucking he had Rolly looking like he was trying out for a salsa competition, and he was trying to win first place. He was in there mixing it up, dancing in the ring. He had Rolly looking all kinds of fucked up. And like I saw that and I was like, yeah, but no, I'm not taking nothing away from Esau Pitbull Cruz. He did his job, he did it well, and he beat him, right? But it was kind of like a case for me where that if Esau was taller, I'm not sure he beats Rolly. Rolly couldn't fuck with him because he was small like that. Trust me. When you put Ryan Garcia in the ring with Rolly and he was the same size, what happened? I think Ryan should dust off Esau Pitbull Cruz. But have you ever heard Ryan Garcia say, I want to fight Esau Pitbull Cruz? No. Them little dude, it was bad enough that Tank snuck that one upstairs. And Ryan was like, damn, he's short as shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and then what did Rolly do to Ryan? Boom. Hey, yo, Rolly got a pretty decent check hook, man. Go back and watch a lot of even the Israel fight there. He I mean, he was getting pieced up in that fight. That was a bullshit call with Barroza, Ismail Barroza. That was a bullshit stoppage. A better fight you might want to check out with Rolly. He's got a decent check hook, bro. Rolly. He really does. It's strong too, man. Teo's gonna have to watch out, man. I think Teo knows how to do enough. Teo can move around Rolly for 12 rounds and not really get caught, I think, by a big, big punch. Teo can take a punch, bro. Who's knocked out Teo? Who's ever knocked out Teo? Loma couldn't knock out Teo. Loma was knocking out, wasn't he the Matrix? Like, what the fuck? Right? So no, man, bro. Teo can take a punch, bro. So now I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it. I'm saying to myself, right? I got Teo in the fight. My mind has not swayed. I'm just going on what boxing taught me. And what boxing taught me is, I got to be honest. Rolly is not on Teo's level. Like I said, what he lacks in skills, he brings other attributes to the fight that are very dangerous. Rolly's not that slow. For all the people that say that Rolly is pretty slow, well, he was faster than Ryan. He fucking got to Ryan faster with the check hook, blocked Ryan's check hook, and hit him with his own. So Rolly's boxing fast in a weird way. He's not Ryan fast, like off the shoot, like, right? But in instants and moments, Rolly's fast. If his thinking making and he forces the shot there and it lands, he's going to get to the target very terribly fast. It's going to be faster than what you think, type shit. So Rolly is fast. I mean, he proved it, didn't he? fast ass Ryan Garcia wasn't fast enough to pop the jab in his face and throw the shots, Rolly was boom, Rolly. So he's not as slow as you. I mean, his style might be awkward. That yes, his style might be awkward. Rolly's style might be like, what the fuck, right? But in actual situations, once you get to him, he's really not that slow. He's really not. So Teo's gonna have to be careful. Teo's gonna have to be careful with this. And Rolly is not bullshitting. As you can see with the polygraph, Rolly is not bullshitting. Rolly's coming there to fucking knock out Teo. They asked him on the polygraph, do you believe you can knock out Teo? He said, yes. Polygraph said, 100%. 100%. Rolly really believes he can knock out Teo. Huh? He said, I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna knock Teo the fuck out. What's up, Bulbos? How you doing? I got Rolly. Yeah, baby. He says, I can't even see your name, bro. I'm gonna have to put you. I hope you didn't say nothing crazy. I hate when I do this. Glamro. He was done. He was done. The ref saved him. That man is tough. He was tired, and Rolly was just getting started. It would have been worse. Um, yeah, okay. I mean, okay, yeah. I can see a world where that happens. You're right about that. And, you know, but if you're gonna add that into the equation, right, then you do have to add into the equation all the time somebody was visibly tired and hurt against the rope and snuck in a big shot and knocked the dude out. If you're gonna add that, it would have been worse for the guy if the referee didn't step in. The referee did him a favor, saved him, right? That's what you're saying. Because the complaint is the referee should have never stopped the fight, right? The referee should have let him go. And you're saying, well, I view it a different way because had the referee not stepped in, he would have got his ass whooped a lot worse. So the referee saved him. That's what you're saying. Okay. But if you bring that into the argument, you also have to going to bring into the argument the fact that we've seen guys on the ropes hurt, staggered, and out cold the other guy. You're going to have to bring both of them into the equation. You can't just bring one side of the argument. You know, I'll play the judge and I'll hear your side of the argument, but I'm going to have to let that in the other argument side into as well. You see? So that will be now the unknown, the what if. You know, the referees are damn in these situations. You're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't. Right? If the referee does not step in and the guy, he freaking, what was that dude's name? Larry Holmes, I think it was. Was it Larry Holmes? No, I don't think it was Larry Holmes. He beat the dog piss out that white dude from the Rocky movies, Tommy Gunn. Like you seen when he had Tommy Gunn on the ropes? Bro, he hit him like 5, 6 times. Tommy Gunn was on the ropes like this. And yo, it's all over highlight reels, right? He's like getting destroyed. Now, I think the referee should have jumped in a long time ago. Like the ref was over here doing his grocery list. Did I get eggs today? Milk. And this guy is being assaulted on the ropes. Like, and he's like, well, should I get fabric softener? Like, he's making his grocery list. Like, yo, ref, wake the fuck up. This dude is like, yo, that was brutal to watch, bro. Tommy Gunn up on the ropes like this. He's getting, yo, that's one of the most brutal fucking knockout ass whoopings. He took like at least 5, 6 unnecessary punches. Then the referee didn't step in. That's what he did. Hey, fighter, don't you want to go out on your shield? Didn't you say you're a tough guy? Don't break up the fight, ref. Let him go out on his shield. Okay? Go out on your shield. Oh, God dang. Oh. That's what you wanted, son? That's what you wanted? I let you get what you wanted. There you go, mister. Let me go out on my shield. How's that working out for you? You are going to be on highlight reels for the next 50 years. They're going to play that knockout. You will be known in history for this knockout. There you go. Hey, man, go down on your shield, my man. My man. Right? If the referee doesn't stop, jump in, and something much more happens. What if the fighter loses his life? And you say at home, let him go out on his shield. Referee, don't stop that fight. But what happens? How many times did a ref step in a fight where the very next punch would have killed that man? How many times did he save the fighters? I guess we'll never know now, will we? Because he saved the fighter. You see? So referee's job is tough. You're going to get scrutiny if you do, you're going to get scrutiny if you don't. Okay? Listen, that referee stoppage and the Usyk fight versus Rico there, I didn't like the stoppage. I'm be honest with you, I didn't like that stoppage. Shit, Mildred Taylor versus Julio Cesar Chavez. I've never gotten over that stoppage. To this day, I haven't gotten over that. 4 fucking seconds. You gotta be, if he could stay on the ropes and just go like this and let Julio Cesar Chavez hit him for 4 seconds, he's the champion. You went that far in the fight, and man, Richard Steele, I don't know, man. I still ain't got over that one. Yo, that was crazy. That was like heartbreaking. Even though going into the fight, I had Julio Cesar Chavez, like because of my uncles and dad and shit, they were going for Chavez, so I was going for Chavez. I really didn't really like wasn't no boxing like guy like during that time like that. I was just a kid, like you know, a young man, like you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't, you know, I picked whoever the family was going for. You know what I mean? I didn't know enough about Mildred Taylor or anything like that. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. You know, didn't seem like that, but to actually watch the fight and then, you know, just your inside fighter, like I was like, no, you didn't just stop that fight right now, man. Oh my God, bro. Ah, this that was trash. Oh man. I mean, I've seen some questionable stoppages. I've seen situations where I was like, what the fuck, ref, get in there, help that guy. Ref, do something. Like, um, you know, I've seen both sides. Both sides. But I have promised myself I will never let one boxing match, one situation, one robbery, one outcome of a fight to tell my to make me walk away from boxing. You know, I've grown up, you know, 25 years ago that happened to me. I don't know what, I can't remember exactly the situation now because guess what? I let it go. And when you let something go in life, you let it go. That's what it means. You let it go. And I must have let it go of the situation because I'm back talking about boxing the last few years. You know, I've learned a lot. I came back, started learning a lot of names and everything. You know, I know my shit about fighting, you know, whatever I know on my level. And I'm getting better and I'm trying to learn more. I'm always a student, always. I love watching guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, fight, compete, train and shit, and take, pieces and things that they did. I'd be like, oh shit, yeah, yeah, boom, boom. I understood this. So that's where my journey lies. I always want, uh, you know, um, I'm the type of person I just respect uh warrior shit. I don't know. Maybe I was a warrior in my past life or some shit. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's just in my blood. It's like my brothers and sisters, we weren't all raised together. Later we came, I met my sister. She has a boxing gym, you know, and it's just like it runs in the blood, bro. It's like you didn't have to tell us, train us. This wasn't something we wanted to do as a hobby. It is what we did. That's it. And getting back, interacting, mingling, interviewing these fighters, I really feel at home, with the controversy, the arguments and shit. And I really feel like like my brother told me when I was at the Xander Zayas's post conference, he was like, man, when you was moving around in the crowd and when you was meeting everybody, you're really in your element. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting out there in the fucking crowd, shit talking with them, all respectfully too. I'm not trying to be a punk about it, right? But I know how to spin things and I know how to talk and talk my shit, but not be disrespectful but also get people to engage into it and shit. And not all people, everybody's cup of tea. No, I'm not, right? I'm not liked by everybody. I'm not trying to be, right? But I'm just trying to be myself and covering these guys and talking with these guys and meeting all these fighters and stuff and seeing what it takes to be a boxer in today's era of boxing. Boxing has come a long way. It's come a long way, man. And we are starting to get more in depth with boxing of late now, haven't we? We saw in Puerto Rico the purse bid when you had to give $2,000 just to get in the door. That part of the business. Teofimo Lopez also revealed something in that Mike Coppinger freaking interview there. They were talking about paydays, purses, and what fighters actually make on these fights, right? Okay, like I told you, I told you this a long time ago on multiple live streams. You guys know I got receipts. I even told you about that Cape Cod show where them tunas, them commercial fishermen, that they would go out and the TV show would say they caught $27,000 worth of fish. Dudes caught like 1,600 that day. But and for the cat, they embellish it a little. And I told you that that's what's really happening in the boxing world. Like Conor Ben, $15 million. Nah, he ain't getting no $15 million, bro. He didn't get no $15 million for fighting Regis Progress on an undercard. You didn't even headline the event, right? So it was. Look, I I try to tell you guys that sometimes things are embellished a little bit more, so that you think that these guys are making this kind of money, so that money attracts money. People with money are not going to support broke shit. You got to look like you have money. And it's always been the case. Poor people always trying to look rich, and rich people trying to look average. You ever notice that? You ever notice that a girl from the hood would rather walk around with a $5,000 Louis Vuitton pocketbook, right? And a rich person rather walk around with a plastic bag with $5,000 in it. Now, that's what a rich person would do. They'll say, no, I'll take the plastic bag. Just put the $5,000 in the plastic bag. And the broke girl She wants to look rich. She says, no, I'll take the Louis V bag, not the 5,000. This is going to look good with my shoes and my dress. Oh my God, it matches my nails. I'll take the bag. Girl, you can't afford that bag. She doesn't understand that. You understand? But that's a different conversation. But that's how shit is. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, I appreciate the fact that boxing is getting a little bit more transparent. We're starting to like see situations in boxing we were never, you know, we never knew about these things. We've heard about these things and situations, things like that. As a matter of fact, I think it was just my last live stream. I believe it was just my last live stream. You guys can call me out on this. And I was talking about, remember when I was talking about how sometimes, the same country fighter will rather help out another countryman, right? And I told you, Tank Davis did this numerous of times. Instead of Tank Davis fighting another guy from a different country, if he had a kind of like a pick 'em fight, Tank Davis did it so many times. He did it with Frank the Ghost Martin. He picked Frank the Ghost Martin to fight him, and people said, "Oh, you're not fighting upper in competition." Well, Tank wasn't getting none of the top guys, so he said, "You know what? I'm gonna put $1 in my Black American fighter in his pocket." Then he took Lamont Roach. He said, "Lamont Roach, I kind of know him. I used to spar with him. I'm gonna give him an opportunity." And a lot of people didn't understand what Tank was doing. And I said, bro, this happens all the time. This happens all the time. Sometimes these guys don't want to fight the other big fighter. They want to fight their countrymen, right? Case in point. Isn't Liam Paro right now wanting to fight who? George Camboza? The other Aussie? The other countrymen? Rather than fighting Devin Haney to unify. For his first title fight, he wants a homecoming. And if he's going to have a homecoming and he has a pick'em fight, well, then you know what? I'm not giving the dollar amount to an American fighter or a Japanese fighter, a Russian fighter, a Ukrainian fighter, or UK. Nah, not like that. Not a Brit. I'm going to give it to an Aussie. As a matter of fact, George Camboza still got a pretty good name in Australia, and I think I'm the better fighter than him, so I'm going to take his status, so I'm going to use. So when they do it, it's okay. No one says anything. But when our guys do it, oh, he's ducking, he's avoiding. We didn't want to see this fight because he couldn't get no other fight. But his main focus was, if I'm going to have a fight night, I'm going to help out my Black American brothers, brethren, because they see that they do it all the time. They do it all the time, bro. When we were like, yo, give the American guy a shot at your belt. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, shout out to Dalton Smith and Alberto Puello. Well, that's a dangerous fight for Dalton Smith. And you know what, Dalton Smith, I love you guys, the Brits, but since this is such an even fight for me, it really is. Dalton's power against Alberto Puello's technicus paralysis, like his technical ability. Great fight, great fight. But bro, I gotta be honest. Dalton Smith, you're not on the Santa list. You're not getting invited to Thanksgiving. Okay? We're just gonna leave it right there. Okay? You're not getting invited to Thanksgiving. And you're off the Christmas list. You know what I'm saying? For Round One Sports Talk. You will not be getting no Christmas socks from Round One Sports Talk. You know what I'm saying? But I respect you, champ. I respect you, champ, Dalton Smith. You have a little grudge. Hey, Alberto Puello. Isn't he Dominican? Close enough. Close enough. Listen, Alberto Puello, Come on, Papi. Listen, you got to get this back in blood for us, homeboy. You got to get this back in blood. Out of all the Dominican fighters, you're among the top best. You're a lefty, you're a southpaw, you're slick. You beat the shit out of Gary Antoine Russell Jr. Not Jr., Gary Antoine Russell, right? You beat the shit out of him. Dalton Smith is just like a Gary Antoine Russell kind of fighter. Same kind of pressure, might be the same kind of power. He is exactly like the Russell. You know, hey yo, shout out to Dalton Smith for, you know, I mean, look, Dalton Smith, I don't think he picked Alberto Puello. I think this is more of a case. He's being forced to fight Alberto Puello because Alberto Puello is the mandatory, right? He never lost his position from the time he should have fought, and Dalton Smith came between that. So, see, Dalton Smith knew back then that he said yes to everything, but once he's champion, I think he had a change of heart. Dalton Smith, I don't think really wants to fight Alberto Puello on the low. On the low, I don't. That's my opinion, and I think that he was forced to fight Alberto Puello because he is the mandatory and he was the next in line. So, and I don't think he could have avoided him. So, in that sense, I was like, okay, I can't give Dalton Smith so much credit that he was like, yeah, you know, but once this is who it was, he obviously stepped up and, yup, I'm going to fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to challenge myself. Scared of Roberto Puello. Matter of fact, I'll beat the shit out of you. So, he's like, whoever you want, bring it up. So, but I don't think he wanted this much of a risk fight on his first title defense. Had he had it his way, he would fight Alberto Puello. It probably would have been the next fight. But for your first title defense, you want to get that out the way? Then he would have fought Alberto. Yes, he would have. Dalton ain't no bitch. Hell no. That dude is he's about that action. You know what I'm saying? He's a good champion. He's a good champion right now. He has to be a great champion. He needs to put some title defenses on that. But this is where it all ends, homeboy. Yeah, Dalton Smith. Alberto Puello. Listen. Puello. I want his head on a tray. Deliver it with the belt to the Latinos. Bro, bring that belt back home to Dominica. Let me tell you something, right? I keep saying Dominican Republic. Somebody keeps telling me not to say that. But it's Santo Domingo. I can say Santo Domingo. Bring that shit back to Santo Domingo. Bro, they're going to love you, man. Santo Domingo needs a party, bro. But you can't stay in the party too long. You got to, I would rather like everybody that's in the party, they call you, put you on FaceTime, show you the party, then you go back to work. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, brother, pueblo, there's a big fan base there. It's just dormant. The Dominicans, they're just sleeping. It's there. I've seen it. I know they're there. They just don't speak with their chest. Because every time it looks like the Dominican fighters are starting to make waves, they get knocked off. It seems to be like that, right? So there's a fan base there that it's dormant, I believe. And it's just waiting, bro, for that one fighter to come out and really separate himself from all the other Dominican fighters. And it's not going to be too difficult to do. I mean, the bar is not set so high, right? Why hasn't any one of them been able to sustain, like a real dominant type run? Not even Carlos Adames right now, I think, is revered. I mean, he might be leading the way, but if you ask me, don't forget about Alberto Puello. And if he can become a two-time world champion and go, I think he has the ability to do it. You know what I mean? I like Dalton Smith, to tell you the truth, like I'm not even being biased here. If I was going to pick the right fighter to win, I would tell you it was Dalton Smith. I would tell you. I'm not going to let my fucking Subir Matias that he beat my guy interfere with my pick. I really don't got a horse in the race. You understand that neither of these guys are like, my favorite fighters or anything. Um, I think Dalton Smith can have his moments. I think he's powerful. He can also he obviously showed he has the power to stop Subir Matias, which Alberto Puello could not do. So you got to bring that into the equation. Dalton Smith can move with his feet. He can move with his feet. You could see he's a good puncher. He's a bit aggressive. Maybe it was the tempo in the Subriel Matias fight that really pushed him to go forward. And his corner telling him that he has to do something. Because there was a point in the fight where Subriel Matias was starting to piece him up. So, yeah, in that sense. So, but it's too close for me. It's too close in my head. So, uh, because of the fact I want a little get back, and I'm being honest, I'm telling you, I'm going with Alberto Puello. All right? Nah, bro. Listen, if you see Mr. Miyagi on the streets, tell him I said that. Tell him I said that. I fucking love you guys, the British. You guys are the best, man. Fucking Brits, bro. Every time they're one of the players. They're one of the players in the boxing game. They come out of nowhere, fucking knock our guy out, take the belt. We're like, what just happened? Here come the British are coming. The British are coming. Motherfuckers. Listen, yo, we got to get that back. You know what I mean? Right? So I love all these matches, and I always take a time out, and not I probably always, but I always want to take a time out in my show to thank all the competing countries, to thank you all for being who you are. Thank you for being my rival. I respect my rivals because without you guys, what else do I have? There's nothing like a great rivalry. Mexico, Puerto Rican boxing, Puerto Rico, US boxing, Puerto Rico, UK boxing. There's nothing like that, bro. Bro, the shit talker, we get to it. And since I've matured as a man, I know how to shit talk and keep my head in composure. I realize that just because I'm shit talking, I don't have to let my aggression fucking lead for me. I can shit talk, you can shit talk. That's why I like hanging around with grown-ups, grown men that have been through some shit in their life. That know that if I say something, roll it off, say something back to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we'll keep it like that. And not with like a younger version of myself. Where I felt that whatever I said, I had to back it up. All right. And I said this guy was gonna knock this guy. What you think? You ain't and then all you know what I mean? I was just immature. I was just really immature, man. And you know, now today, like I watch matches and I learn how to enjoy them. I learn how to read the fighters and see certain things. And I got you guys, the Round One Sports Talk family. So, I fucks with you guys and you guys always, giving me a whole bunch of information and everything. Stop taking credit for it's legendary Naga. I think it was Ray Mercer. Oh yeah, Ray Mercer. It was Ray Mercer that beat the shit out of Tommy Gunn. Yeah, it was Ray Mercer. Ray Mercer beat the brakes off that man. Oh my god, he destroyed him. Salute, what's up, brother? Champion Sports Boxing. I think that says WMS 702. Oh, that's 702. What up, bro? Real rich folks hide their wealth and try to fly under the radar. Yeah, well, it's not that rich folks. See, when I learned like why, I mean, I can only speak for the rich people that I've met in my life, like really, really wealthy people. And some of these guys, some of the promoters, some of these business guys that I see at the fights, like usually they're like the owner of the company and he's got like some front row tickets and stuff. And those are the guys that are like, after we talk to the fighters, they like go in this circle and they meet like somebody's son and they paid to be there, but you don't know who they are. Those are those rich people, right? When you meet them and you start figuring out, like, you don't want to just come out and say, hey, tell me all your secrets. How did you get rich? Or what did you do to get rich? No, you don't do that, right? You just talk. And throughout my experience being around real wealthy men, what I noticed was the reason why they don't dress rich because it has no value to them. Like, okay, for instance, what I'm trying to say is this. There was a story told about this Mongol king, right? And he would invade the castles and shit. And the kings would always try to pay their way out. They would pay their weight in gold if they took it or whatever. So the dude would let them come, bring them their finest diamonds, the gold, everything. He's sitting there looking at all of it. Then he's like, thank you for all your gold and everything, but I didn't come here for your gold. I came here for your head. Chops his head off, and he throws the king's body out there with the rest of the pigs. Then he takes the box of gold with all the diamonds and he pours it onto the king. And everybody, they leave the box, the diamonds, the gold, they leave it all there and they walk off to the next castle. His prize was never your prize. The gold, the diamond, it had no value to him. Some people might see a huge diamond, I'm rich. Some men, they never wanted to be rich. They have a different vision, a different, they hold things value differently. The rich man is so busy with business, he's constantly, and that's what drives him, that's what he's in it for proving he can make this business and make it successful. And he did it. And he's like, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to do this. And he's doing that. And he doesn't care what he looks like. He just, okay, honey, will you go buy me a shirt and a nice for that I can, and boom, he's not at the Louis V store buying sunglasses, designer sunglasses. They're not doing any of that because you can take all these glasses, clothes, designer shits, and pour it right in front of him. It's not what he's interested in. And that is why rich people, it's not like they're trying to pretend to be poor. They're actually not. Everything they look, the way they think, right? Some people want to grow up and become a movie actor, right? And some people, they want to be around movie actors, but they don't want to be a movie actor. They want to be the director. They want to call the shots. They want to be a financier to the movie. They don't want to be the actor. There are some people in the world that are thinking bigger. This person's thinking fur coat, Jordans, Louis V bag, gold chain. While this person's thinking, how can I own Jordan's company? How can I buy out Louis V? Because a lot of people are wearing it. I don't want to wear Louis V. I want to own it. You understand? It's just different mindsets. And that's all that is. For all the rich people I've ever been around, I never actually asked them, yo, why do you dress like that? Like I knew a rich dude in his restaurant, he'd be outside sweeping the front of the fucking restaurant in New York. And he's out there with the flashlight, parking cars. He's the fucking owner. Yo, I used to go there all the time. I used to argue with him. Like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And cleaning my place. He taking care of his shit. Making sure people are set. You're not waiting for parking. I'm standing right here. Yes, I'm the owner, but let's get it popping. He's not going to tell you he's the owner. You would never know he owned that place. I swear to God, bro. I'm not making this up. Bro, he would do this all the time. Late now, as a man, me, like I've matured. Now I understand. Now I understand why he did that. And it's just, they have different mindsets. You're not going to understand them. They're not going to understand you. They do not understand why you want to buy Jordans. Spend $500 on Jordans. They don't understand it. But what they do understand is you're willing to pay $500 for Jordans? How can I get my hands on those? Because apparently you guys are buying them. It's just different, brother. You know, so yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Like real successful rich people, they don't. Not all of them. There's some guys that flaunt their wealth. Okay, you know, we got all those guys out there, but there's a lot of them that are really under the radar. You know what I mean? And then money's a weird thing. Money's a weird thing, right? First you want it, you go after it. Then money scares you. The more money you get, the more you think people are going to try to take from you. And the more they will, then the more you segregate yourself. And then all of a sudden, money got you out in a big house somewhere in the middle of nowhere, alone. Like, it's funny, man. It's you know, money's not always, you know, you know, you might have the best things, I guess. I guess that makes up for it. What do I know about being billionaire rich? I don't know shit about that. Yeah, I probably would be alone, but I'd be happy as fuck. Yeah, I would have everything, right? It would probably get boring fast. I don't care. I'm a billionaire. I'll do some billionaire shit. All right, maids, everybody hang on the fucking edge of the fucking wall with your fingertips. And we're going to gamble on which one of you falls first. Billionaire shit, right? I'm gonna do crazy shit in my house. I'll roll around with stacks and shit, crazy shit. You think you do that, but you don't. You probably won't. Probably for a little while until you learn how to live with money. It doesn't impress you no more. You get to that point, you know. But anyway, enough of money talk. Fuck all those rich bastards. Give me some of that goddamn money. You know what I'm saying? Send it my way. You know? Yo, but there are a lot of interesting situations that are going on in boxing right now too. There's this situation going on with Hamza Shiraz, right? And they want him to fight Jernabek. You got Hamza Shiraz all over an interview. And if you didn't know about both sides, you would think that Hamza's being this, you know, this guy that's being railroaded, forced to fight this drug cheat in Jernabek, right? And the way he says it, oh, WBO, you're disgusting. You cut his suspension. You did like he's downing the organization that he has a belt for. Hamza. if you didn't know the history and what has taken place and why they dropped Jenna Beck's suspension, then I would have thought that Hamza Shiraz was being a noble speaking for the truth. But since I know everything that's going on between them and I cover this sport, I viewed him as a whiny little fucking scared little fucking, I don't want to say it, B word. Yo, Hamza, stop crying, bro. You're fucking crying, man. Everything you said in that interview is bullshit. Bro, you sound like a whiny little girl, bro, Hamza. And that's one of the first times I've ever viewed Hamza like that. I think he's a decent fighter, pretty good. I don't talk bad ever about Hamza. But boy, you made yourself look bad, bro. Stop whining and fight. What you mean? Are you trying to be like this moral? Oh, he's a cheater. He got caught cheating. Why is he awarded a world championship fight? And why did he jump in front of Banks? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, the bank situation shit, I get that. I get that, right? But if you didn't know better, right? Out of like a lot of hundreds and hundreds of cases of doping, Canelo Alvarez, he said he had ate tainted horse meat or whatever, and that had it in the meat, and that's just bullshit. Conor Ben had eggs, which actually it wasn't his story. It was the other people said, Conor Ben, you tested positive because of eggs, right, Conor? And even Conor Ben said, oh, no, wait. I never said eggs. And then apparently it is what it is. What was Miller's excuse? He went to a gas station and bought sex pills, and that's why his level was so high on fucking using pee. Bro, he should be the best. Well, all the shit they found actually in his system, shit, he should have never boxed again. But anyway, Ryan Garcia, did he ever prove his case? Did we ever find out where exactly Ryan? No. Out of all the cases I've ever seen that fighters tested, Janabek's case is pretty open. It was like the Subriel's case, closed and shut. Subriel Matias is probably the fastest results that ever got proven innocent. He's probably the best. Subriel was so transparent with everything that when the blood work came back, everything, they were like, bro, this man is not doping. Actually, we're looking at his history. You know, hair follicles can show you 20, 15 years, whatever it is. And if it ever spikes up that you were doing it off season, it would show it. They were like, wow. Yeah, he's a clean fighter. That was so easy. Yeah, Supriel, all right. We know somebody tried to set you up to make your name look bad. That was open and closed fast. But Janabek actually popped. It came out in his blood system. The problem is he was able to prove that he went to a hospital and the hospital prescribed him that drug. The problem is in that city, the drug is under a different name. So when they gave it to his trainers and coaches, they didn't see the name that they know it should not be on. So when he took it, the exact amount of the milligrams of the pill can be drawn out and they'll be able to tell it in the test they found. It came from the pill. Meaning, if you take the pill, whatever's in that pill has to come out in the test. So if you were to take another pill similar to that pill, they wouldn't match. You wouldn't have the same chemical composition in that pill that that one has. You're not going to be able to duplicate the batch. That entire batch of pills got to match because that's what that lot number was. That means when they made that mix, it came from that lot. All those pills got a match. You could take each one, boom, boom, boom. They're gonna, same code. If you take one from another bottle and try to like play it off, it's not gonna match. They know this, right? So when Jenner Beck said, listen, I went to the doctor, he gave me this bottle of pills. He gave me this bottle of pills. They took the bottle of pills, they went, took one, tested it. Perfect match. It was prescribed to me by that guy right there, a licensed doctor. I was in a hospital. They gave me this. I took it. They found out where it came from. They matched it. They were satisfied. They lifted the suspension. Remember, why did he get the title fight? Well, we called him a cheater. We fucking gave him a year suspension. I'm sorry that you were innocent. Okay, we fucked up too. You did pop though. We figured it out. Okay, they did strip you of a world title because of your being tested positive. The world scrutinized you. Okay, listen, brother. To make things right, you're the mandatory. Banks, just stay right here. You'll still fight the winner. Okay? Yes, I think Banks should, okay, he should have fought him first. But I guess the organization, in order to, yo, man, my bag, you proved your innocence. We know you got stripped of your belt. Okay? How about this? Why don't you let us make it right? We're going to give you a title shot. WBO, what about that, Jenna Beck? You fight Hamza Shiraz next. We're going to fix it for you. And we're going to fix up your reputation because you proved where it came from. Hamza knows all of this. Hamza knows why the WBO lifted the suspension. They not cheating. We found it. We found where it came from, how it got in. We understand. And it was a doctor prescribed. Doctor, you didn't go buy this off CVS and make the decision to take it. He was prescribed this by a licensed doctor. We got the paperwork. We got the prescription number. Matter of fact, we got the bottle. What else? The fuck you want me to say to that? What do you want me to say to that? Title fight. Okay. Here comes Hamza trying. The WBC. It's such a corrupt organization. I can't believe they gave it. You know why? You don't want to fight him. Janet Beck is dangerous. He's dangerous. That's your toughest fight, bro. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. And yo, you know what I'm saying? Listen, in this crazy world, do I think, about who's doping or who's not doping or who's doing what? Look, bro, let me tell you something. Whether you believe all the guys in the top are doping, I don't believe it. I don't believe all the top guys are up there doping. That's just an easy way for that you can be comfortable with what's going on. You might as well say all the top guys are doing it so that way you don't just think some of them are, or it's just easier to just allow yourself to think that they're all doing it, and that is bullshit. Not every man or woman wants to be caught doping and wants that fucking stigma of, you know what? I'm a drug cheat. That my entire career was on drugs. Conor Benn. That's what they think about him. Then, the fighter got to come out and he's got to face scrutiny. And forever, your name will be cemented as a cheater, as a drug use in your sport. Probably will stop you from going to the Hall of Fame. Not everybody's signing up to do that. Not everybody at the top is saying, you know what? I want to do this shit. because I want to be a competitor. I think we can get away with it. Who's at the door? Hey, Vada or Wada. Guess what today is? Drug day. We're going to need some blood and urine. Bro, that is going to follow Saul forever. Forever. Then after that, there's going to be those guys that are going to go back and look at the time frame when Saul got busted. Eddie Reynosa's camp. How many guys have been tested positive under the tutelage of Eddie Reynosa? Shit, Jaime Munguia wasn't there a couple of weeks and he popped. And they cleared him, but he did pop. Coincidence? That so many fighters under your system in your camp just mysteriously, when they happen to be training with you, they popped, and you can't control what fighters do after they leave your gym. The decisions they make is on them, whatever they're doing. It just seems to be that you work with all these guys that are making bad decisions after they leave your gym, according to you. That you're obviously not the one giving them to them or suggesting them, or no, you and Canelo are not out back. Hey, yo, got them roids, got them peds. What you want? 2 for 30, 2 for 30? Yeah. All right. I'm not saying you guys are out there doing it like that, but look, I mean, look, you want to be naive and think that, no, it's just misfortune that it happens to be a lot of his fighters. Go ahead. Think what you want. You want to think the other way? Go ahead. Think what you want. You guys are grown-ass men. You can make your own decisions, right? So, hey, Devin's not ducking Boots. Boots not even wasting time considering Devin. Pug, listen. That's a wasted argument. You got to be able to identify what that is faster. That's just two fighters keeping their names in the middle of the lamplight of boxing while they don't have a fight scheduled. How many times have we seen that in the sport of boxing? It's the kind of fight that actually was never going to happen. Just like Shakur Devin, they only talked about each other because they don't have a fight scheduled. If it was true that Devin was going to fight Shakur, well, why didn't Shakur step in as soon as the Keyshawn Davis negotiations fell through? Devin Haney and his father told you that the real fight was to be made with Shakur. But the reason why they can't get the Shakur fight is because Keyshawn was in the way. If that was true, then why, when Keyshawn's fight fell through, where did Shakur win? Now they're talking about Boots. First they were talking about Jack Catterall. Then they were talking about Liam Paro. Now they're talking about Boots. It's just another case of these fighters just grabbing another decent name and saying, both of them, yeah, I want to fight him. He's avoiding me. They never, ever were going to fight. Or not, at least in these moments. Maybe later down the line, they might meet up and one day share the ring together. Yes, there's a possibility for that to happen. Yes. But as of right now, as you know, this is a funny case because the evidence is so, it's so in front of your face that this is not going to happen. You guys are not even in the same weight division. You're not even in the same weight. Okay, so that should give it away right there. Like, you guys are not even in the same weight division. In order for that, you guys would both have to be like in cahoots with it, and it was something that you guys were calling out like that, and it was serious. Like, you could kind of tell, because I see guys moving up and jumping down to challenge themselves all the time in boxing. And these guys are serious about it, yes. Not Devin Boots serious. It's not. It doesn't have that energy. that like, no, this one here, I can tell is just for trolling purposes. Just for that Boots and Devin can have their names still circling until they figure out what they're going to do. That's all. That way, out of sight, out of mind. You don't want your name to die down in boxing. That's all that is. So when Devin wants a real fight, you can tell. You could tell when it was being like this was a real, like you could see that Keyshawn Devin, they took steps. They even went down to a person. No, that was real. That was two guys that were trying to make the fight. Boots, Devin, there's nothing real about that. Nothing. No, you don't got me fooled that I'm thinking of a possibility of you two fighting. No, you were never going to fight. Not right now. No. No. And then Jerron Boots Ennis already one time like push that to the side at one point in his career. How many fights have Boots they've been said that Boots avoided so far? What were the men's names that they say that there's like 2 or 3 of them, right? If you know, you know. I'm just trying to have a conversation here, right? And because I want you guys to say the name because right? But that's just my point. You know, some guys got different schedules. Some guys got different ambitions, different goals. They got their eye on a much different prize. And like when Terrence Crawford was the undisputed world champion, and they were saying Jerron Boots Ennis wanted to fight him, and Terrence was telling you guys, no, he doesn't want to fight me, but I'm not going to exploit the young man. I have my eyes on a much bigger prize. From there, he fought one time at 154. And then from there, he went up and fought um, Julio Cesar, Canelo Alvarez. Sorry about that, right? And the rest is history. But Terrence Crawford was on a different trajectory. Then a lot of people said, oh, Terrence ducked Jerron Boots Ennis. What a disrespectful comment. That was, no, I gotta be honest. I'm not making this up. That sounds like somebody took fucking their nails to a chalkboard. Like, we gotta stop this. This is not just because a boxer is flashy, good, and everything, and knocking some people out, and he's from Philadelphia. Terrence Crawford and Jerron Boots Ennis were in 2 different places in their career. You were talking about at that point a 2-time undisputed champion versus a guy that never fought for a world title, not even one world title. And for the boxing public to turn around and say that the guy that never fought for a title will knock out and beat the guy that has 2 divisions with all 4 belts, and by that point was a 3-division world champion. You have a 3-division world champion, by the way, that he's undefeated. He's undefeated. And somehow, some way, boxing fans convinced each other that Terrence Crawford was ducking Jerron Boots Ennis? Like, in what world would that even remotely be true? I mean, I've heard of some shit, and I was like, yo, man, some things in life has a percentage. Like, there's a chance, a percentage, you might win that. You might have a 10%, a 15%, shit, even a 2%. But you got a 2% chance, right? Like that girl you go to ask to go out. Bro, you got no chance with her. And she says hi to you, and you say, that's 1% chance right there. I like my chances, right? At least I got a 1% chance. But when they said that about Jerron Boots Ennis, about Terrence Crawford, that was one of the things I heard in my life that didn't even have a 1% chance of truth. Not even remotely. And I don't mean to disrespect anything with Duran Butenis because he was a remarkable, at the point in time, a remarkable talent that needed to prove himself. That's exactly what he had to do. To say that parents was scared of him, there's not even a 1% chance of that being true. You're talking about Terrence, a decorated champion like Terrence is ducking at the time. I'm sorry, but a nobody? At the time, Jerron Butenis, you were nobody. Now you're becoming a somebody. You got two divisions. You're becoming a somebody. I'm describing you at the point in time that they're saying that that guy was ducking you. At that time, at that moment in time, Jerron Butenis, you were a nobody. Nobody. No championship fights, no championship titles, no championship runs, no divisions. You were only undefeated. So what? So wasn't Terrence Crawford. How? How could I ever even fathom that that guy was avoiding that guy? You ain't fought nobody at the time. You ain't beat nobody. By that time, you didn't fight Jerron Butenis. I mean, Jerron Butenis didn't fight Xander yet. As a matter of fact, I don't even think he fought fucking Stanionis at that time. No, he wasn't a champion, right? So he had no belts. With that record, yo, I found that hilarious. Hilarious that anyone could think that. But although those guys are out there, they'll take a flashy style and a big beard and the fact that you're from Philadelphia, oh, that's enough. That's enough. Terrence Crawford's ducking you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Did you see the beard on Jerron Butenis? That thing is dangerous. Yeah, Terrence Crawford should be scared. Fuck out of here, bro. That was comical and distasteful for them to disrespect a champion like Terrence like that. Like, just because you can have some flashy shorts with tassels, I guess, that was enough. That was enough. Knock out a cab driver with an uppercut, they'll call you Phenom at that point in time. Yes, Jerron Butenis is becoming that kind of fighter now. He has a better name for himself right now. He's going to probably put a decent resume together. I hope he does. For as talented as he is, please don't be another fucking Javante Davis. Please don't. Fucking shine, Boots. Do your motherfucking thing, Boots. Like, I want to see him become a 5-division world champion. I hope he stays undefeated, bro. Shit, I hope he breaks Terrence Crawford's records. I hope he's a 4-division, all for Jerron Butenis. I hope so. So that he can set the bar higher for the next guy. Gonna be an American record. One American guy taking out another guy's American record. But I hope Boots fucking gets on his shit and he goes on a fucking massive run, bro. I wish him the best. He just got to do it first. That's all. You just got to do it first. I can't accept fucking somebody hyping somebody up. I'm sorry, man. At the time, you were not Jerron Butenis. At that time. Now, you're a worthy opponent. I don't know, man, Terrence. I think maybe too much time has gone by. 40 years old. He might be too old for Boots. You know, unfortunately, they were born in 2 different time zones. You know, I mean, it would be an interesting fight, but I still don't want them to fight. I don't want Terrence Crawford to beat Jerron Butenis. I don't want him to be the first person to give Jerron Butenis a loss because there'll be another black American fighter that did it. You know, get somebody else. Go get a Frenchman. Go get a Japanese dude. Go get somebody. Go get a Mexican. Get somebody to beat them. Another country. Just, it's always U.S. taking out U.S. You know what I'm saying? So I actually don't want them to fight in that sense. You know, if you're going to beat Jerome Butenes, go get a Puerto Rican, a Dominican. Go get somebody else. Try to beat him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it always got to be a U.S. dude. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't want the fight. You know, because either way, one of our American guys is gonna lose their O. And the only way to beat a ninja, you gotta get a ninja, right? So they always gotta get a US dude to take out another US dude. That's the only thing I don't like. You know, had they wiped out the division, then fought themselves, perfect. You know, that's why Sugar Ray Leonard never wanted to fight Marvis Hagler. One, Marvis was too strong 5 years earlier. He had to let Marvis get older. Let's talk facts, Sugar. Sugar Ray Leonard, but Sugar didn't want to beat another black American fighter at the time. He really didn't. And, when it happens, like Sugar Ray Leonard, Hitman Hearns and shit, they cleaned out the divisions. They beat everybody else when it was just them. Then they said, let's get it on. You feel me? So, yeah, like, and then and other boxing news, right? Clarissa Shields, whoa.
Round one.
Clarissa Shields, whoa.
Yeah, blah, blah.
Listen. All right. They said that her goat, I mean her purse, they released the numbers. Did you guys see that? She got paid like $500,000 for that fight. That other girl, she made peanuts, man. The other girl. And then she says that she's the GOAT because she's the highest paid female fighter. And I'm like, how the fuck are you the highest female fighter when Amanda and Katie made $2 million? Okay, now you want to know what the pause was about when I was saying this? Because I wanted to clown the fact that she got $500,000, but that might not be so. See, sometimes you don't want to put down on paper everything you make. Because the more money you put down, the more taxes Uncle Sam is going to take from you. Bottom line is, like, and that's the bottom line, but bottom line is, boxing can be a cash business in a sense. There's a lot of other money you stand to make in different traits of boxing, pay-per-view, whatever. And depending how you market yourself, that's totally up to you. Not all boxers, marketing teams, PR teams, management handles the boxing matches the same way and get top dollar out for their fighter. So when you see this number of Clarissa Shield, 500,000, the reason why I paused for a second, I do remember cases where you didn't put down all the money you made on that night. You didn't put down all the money you made. So that way they don't take so much taxes from you, I guess. So, yeah, I could see that. So, okay. Clarissa, though, you do know that even if you did make more money than that, that's not what we're arguing. We're arguing the number you allowed to be on paper. You allowed the 500,000, so that's what we're going to hold you to. That's what you made. Not what I think you had the chance of making, what I think you took off the books so that you didn't put down a lot, so you didn't have to pay a lot. That I don't give a fuck about none of that. Amanda's tax bracket, what if she did the same thing and they still put 2? Doesn't mean that Amanda and Katie put everything. They was like, damn, we got to at least put 2 because we got all this. I'm going to report 2. You know what I'm saying? So they probably did that too. So, Clarissa Shields, how are you the female face of women's boxing again? Come again? That they didn't even recoup. Allegedly, you sold 16,000 tickets. Had you sold 16,000 tickets, you would have got more money, and your opponent would have got more money. Then they talking about Devin Haney tax. That Devin ain't paying the fighter. Shit, not even Clarissa Shields is paying her fighter. Who? What champion doesn't take the lion's share? Everybody that fought Tank Davis didn't make over $500,000. Some of them made in the range of 300,000. Some made 5. Y'all seen it? And yeah, they made some money on the back end. And the fighter wants to look like, oh, I made 1.5, but they're only reporting 500,000. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Okay, I get it. But it's what was reported on paper. And Clarissa Shields, that indicates that you did not, in fact, sell 16,000 tickets. That a big part of those tickets were people that you gave away tickets. You might have had them in attendance. They just didn't pay to be there. And I don't think you made that money. And I don't think the promoters recuperated their losses. Whatever money they have to pay Mayweather to be there, I don't know. Right? Yeah, I don't think they recuperated their losses for that much money amount, you know. Or maybe they put a bigger piece in their pocket and only reported a small piece. Who knows? But I'm here to only report the facts. The facts is they released the numbers, and that's what the numbers were. They weren't impressive by the top selling female fighters like Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, Alicia Bumgarner, shit like that. Now that Alicia joined the MVP and all that, and the women's fights are kicking off, and as a matter of fact, Amanda Serrano is going to try to attempt to break the women's female knockout record, which is like 30 something, right? 30, I think 32, 33, right? Uh, um, but yet somehow Clarissa Shield, with all her 4 knockouts that she has in her career, she's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And it's just remarkable that somehow I got to recognize that she's the best because she's a black female. Like, are you guys trying to pressure us into guilt tripping? Because if we don't support Clarissa Shields, that's not supporting black women boxing? No, that's not how that works. That's a weak argument. That you could have got somebody 10 years ago with that argument. Not in today's era. We've climbed out of those boxes. I don't give 2 shits what her skin color is. I don't give 2 shits what she represents. That's for you. That's your culture. All right. What she represents for me is boxing. I'm gonna call a boxer like I call her. Okay. No, you're not that. From what apparently it shows, and I'm looking over your resume. Nah, you're a great female boxer. I think what you did in your own divisions, in your own time, and you brought women boxing up, girl. Clarissa Shields, as far as like her accolades and shit, it's it is difficult to get a women's champion. You do got to beat the women that are there. So you're only held by your competition, right? So what Clarissa did as far a female boxer, uh, shout out to you. Shout out for raising the bar for female excellence. Yeah, in that sense, yeah, I support her. Yeah, 100%, right? And the other part, like, I have to acknowledge that she's the GOAT or the best. No, no, no. I don't have to go that far with the lie. I know how far I'm going to go. I know when shit ain't smelling right. Wait a minute. Now you guys are laying it on thick. Start calling her a GOAT, the best female of the fighter to ever do it. She doesn't even have the best female style I've ever seen. She doesn't have the best female power I've ever seen. She doesn't have the best footwork I've ever seen in a female. In fact, there are a lot of fighters that are way more skilled and way better than her. She just never ran into a big girl that was more skilled. The best female fighters are in the lower weight divisions, not in the higher weight divisions where Clarissa is. As the divisions that she's in, that she represented, those are not really skilled divisions. Amanda Serrano's, those divisions, those are the tough women divisions. That's where the best female fighters were. But as we all know, the best belt is always like the heaviest belt, the biggest belt. But when Clarissa won her belt, there were only 15 women ranked in her division in the world. 15 women. And at that point, only 4 of them fought in the division. What do you want me to say to that? Oh shit, she's the best. Did you say 15 women? Wow, that's tough. Am I supposed to lose my mind? Am I supposed to pretend? Do I have to go along with it because she's a black female? I don't give a fuck. What the fuck if she's green? What if she was orange? What if she was, yeah, I don't know. What the fuck does that got to do with anything? My aunt's black. My fucking neighbor is too. So what? I don't got to be forced into anything. All I got to do is call what I see. She's a great female champion. Fucking great one. She's got a lot of great awards. A lot of them. She's very entertaining for female boxing. Is she good for it? She's necessary, bro. She's doing things other women never did. I fucks with her that way. Yeah, I rocks with her in that sense. But for me to sit here and I have to go along with the narrative, she's the GOAT, the best to ever do it. No, I'm not. Now, see, now I got to get out the car. I got to get out the car, bro. I'm sorry. I got to go. I'm not. I don't have to sign up for that. I didn't sign up for that shit. When did we say that we have to start pretending? I gotta shut down my feelings because, or what I feel because the consensus views her that way. The Clarissa Shield maniacs, bro. Never stop being a Clarissa Shields fan for one. You better back your girl up. You better be a fucking real one. I ain't never try to persuade your mind or tell you for you not to think she's the GOAT. If you think Clarissa Shields is a GOAT, shout out to you for being a fan, supporting your girl. But you believe it, and those are your beliefs, and that's what you believe in the woman. That's what you believe, not me. Don't try to push your views and your opinions onto me. We could have a conversation. I value what you say. You believe she's a GOAT. That's what you believe. And I'm not gonna be mad at you for that. It's what you believe. You have the right to that. But I also have the right to mine. And because I don't agree with you, you guys tried to say what to that? That we're trying to hate on her. And you know what? She signed up for that. The minute she became a boxer, she knew she was in a sport. She was going to receive scrutiny. Not everybody going to like you. Don't try to be loved by everyone. She signed up for this. There's nothing wrong with saying she is not the GOAT. Nothing wrong with it. Any fan that ever said that about her, that's your opinion. How does she view herself? She views herself as the GOAT, right? That's what counts for her. Fuck what I say, right? It's only an opinion. If she views herself something else, then what I say should have no effect to her. Am I right? So, I'm just saying, I told you what she did for the sport, her accolades, what I rock with her when it comes to all of that. But what I don't is she's the best face woman, all that other titles, best face of boxing, fucking most beautiful, can pull off a bathing suit better than all that other bullshit. I didn't sign up for none of that shit. And I'm not going to agree to it. Fuck that. I'm not. All I'm saying is, listen, Clarissa Shield, do your thing. I think you're a selfish woman because you won't work or play good with others. I think women boxing needed you. And I think you let women boxing down, actually. And one of the toughest times of women boxing, Amanda Serrano came out, made that deal with MVP, and she didn't think about herself. She brought everybody else with her. And I mean everybody with her. She's even a promoter. They got a good percentage of all top female fighters signed to over there because of her. She made a female's platform. Clarissa Shield, what did you do for female boxing besides for yourself? You understand? Just because Clarissa Shield didn't do any of that doesn't makes her a bad person. No, she's cool. That's not her calling. That was Amanda's calling. Amanda was built to bring women together like that. I think that Clarissa, I think she needed to hop on board and help the women needed her. And all she seemed to care about was herself. Me, I'm the GOAT. Fuck all you. It was a little distasteful for me, but it was her choice. It was her choice to be really competitive, Clarissa Shields. And some people might be turned off by her attitude, her overwhelming ability to be confident. There's no one else better but me. When you ask for the fighter to think, train, and to be that way, what happens when this fighter starts talking that way? Now we're going to be mad at her? Because she doesn't want to play nice. Unfortunately, that is an approach she had the right to take. She didn't want to join your fucking girls' league. And she wanted to be the one to stand out alone and bring up women's boxing. At the time, women's boxing was hurt. I don't think Clarissa Shields knew MVP was going to take off like that. She probably thought at the time they were just another fucking entity that was going to make a lot of promises and never complete none of them. But lo and behold, MVP took off like that and fucking it made it work. it kind of left Clarissa Shield with egg on her face. You know how real competitive people are, right? She didn't want to admit she was wrong. You know how some women, they won't take accountability, right? So Clarissa Shield, rather than right then and there wiping the egg on her off her face, realizing that MVP was doing something and go that way, she chose to double down. And she went against all women. She went against all the top women. Fuck you, you. And she felt like they betrayed her. See, Clarissa Shield felt like she was the one doing the best at the biggest weight divisions, that the girls should have fell in line with the way she viewed things. And the much smaller Amanda Serrano, like, Clarissa's the biggest, toughest girl. And all of a sudden, Amanda Serrano thinks that she can do, and Clarissa kept walking that way. She never turned around and paid attention to her Indians. And Amanda Serrano got them all together and got them in a tribe. And Clarissa's still walking that way. She might be one, with her warrior bow and everything, decked out in full warrior attire, but you're walking alone. Amanda gathered the Indians, rallied the troops. Now she got them functioning together. Well, yes, you are an impressive warrior fucking queen, right? But you're walking alone. And it's tough walking against the curve. At some point, it's going to look like, Amanda's doing so much and Clarissa's being an asshole, and it might come out distasteful, but that's not the way Clarissa views it. Clarissa, she's the toughest bee in the room. All right? And she doesn't feel like she has to play nice. That kind of thinking is what you need to survive in a sport like this. But when it happened during this time, I think this wasn't the right era. Had women boxing already been established for years on Netflix, popping, pop, 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 and it wasn't at the beginning, and Clarissa Shields was there and she was acting like this, that would be okay with me. I just feel the females needed her. They needed her to join. She can join. She can join and still fight the girls. And you don't have to join and be buddies. I'm going to join you, but I'm going to fuck each and every one of you up. And now that I know that I joined, you're going to fight me. I'm going to prove I'm the best. That's what she should have did. That's what Clarissa Shields should have did. She should have signed to MVP, and once she was in the room, y'all can't run. We're signed to the same fucking branch. The fights are basically in-house fights. Yeah? What are you going to do? You say I'm here now. Clarissa Shields. That was an option. She could have did that, right? It was just for me in this era. Female boxing needed their growth. They need her. And fighting 42-year-old women, I'm sorry, brother. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. When Amanda is trying to break the female boxing record by fighting a 27-year-old, 27, 6 years pro versus your 2-year pro, 42 years old. Okay, you stop the 42-year-old woman. Fine. Try to stop a 27-year-old spring chicken with 6 years boxing experience, not 2 years. They're not dressing Amanda up. Amanda ain't taking no shortcuts. Amanda's taking the long road home. She's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, Amanda, her longevity in the sport is crazy, right? I mean, Dito, man, what is she? 37 now? Yeah, she's 37 right now. Damn, she's taking the long way home. She's enjoying everything. She ain't shortcutting nothing. She's in it. She's in it. Amanda Serrano, right? And damn, a 27-year-old girl, man. I'm not sure she breaks this record. I don't think she's gonna knock this girl out, guys. To tell you, I don't think Amanda Serrano's gonna beat this girl. I think she's gonna win the fight. Amanda's gonna win it, but I don't think she's gonna stop her. That girl's young, man. She could, man, she can take a fucking. Let's see how her chin holds up. You know, she could be 27 years old and Amanda can fucking test that chin, you know, and hit that good body shot. Boom. You know, give her a good body shot, sit her down. You know, Amanda has the ability to stop her. I just don't think it's going to be easy as a 42-year-old. That's all. You know what I'm saying, guys? So, yo, listen, guys. Oh, Mr. Miyagi. Oh, hey, yo, Mr. Miyagi. You got to rewind this video right here. I was talking shit. I was talking shit, and you were involved, Mr. Miyagi. Your name came up in the conversation. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to rewind it, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Salute. Training all done now, back and forth. House, driving, and 2 weeks holiday. What are you going to do for your 2 week holiday, Mr. Miyagi? Huh? You're going to go outside and paint your fence. Wax on, wax off, wax on. That's what you're going to do, huh? You know what I'm saying? You're going to go out to your backyard. You're going to stand on a fucking pole. You're going to be like this. You're going to lift your leg. You're going to go like this and you're going to practice your kick, huh? You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, it's the Miyagi. What up, I do? Devin not ducking boots. Yeah, we read that. What's up, Garcia? Chile de Garcia. How you guys doing, brother, out there? Listen, so yeah, man. Listen, guys. I'm gonna cut this stream right here. Probably gonna go on tonight. See if I can get Frontline on, get him to interacting with the chats, reading you guys' chats and shit like that. Um, by the way, I made this other doctor's eye appointment, and they found like she said I have a lot of fucking abscesses in my eyes. I don't know what this shit means, right? But I could feel them like underneath my eyelid, like they're small, they're real tiny, she said. She took like this light and looked inside. And I guess I gotta go back and I gotta go further the eye exam now. She sent me to another eye exam doctor because he was only my physician there. So she did like the first thing. So she identified it. They haven't gone away. He says I have a whole bunch of abscesses in my eye up here and in this one over here. She says yeah, I have a whole bunch of bumps and shit in my eyes, and I guess that's maybe one of the reasons that impair my vision the way it is and shit. So I don't know if they're gonna what they're gonna have to do, if I gotta do a laser surgery or whatever is gonna fucking happen. So wish me luck. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go back and I gotta schedule this uh freaking eye thing. I gotta pick one and go out to him so that my insurance covers it and everything. Yeah. So that's where I am with that one, and see if I can get myself a good pair of glasses and shit now and shit. And I feel so awkward, you know. I don't know, man. Wearing glasses for me, it's like people act like it's not a big thing. It makes me feel old. I just gotta be honest. I think I gotta say it. I think a reason why I've been stalling so long with this eyeglasses shit, man, is because I guess I used to tease kids about wearing four eyes or whatever. I don't know, man. I don't want to admit I need glasses. I know it's dumb, it's stupid, it's probably hurting my show, but fucking fighters, bro. We want to be so tough. It'll take a lot for me to go to hospital. My arm would actually have to be hanging off, and maybe we can duct tape it. We don't have to go to the hospital just yet. Let's try the duct tape first. Then, if it doesn't duct, then we'll go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? I'm that dude. That's me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to, like prolong shit. And you go to that doctor visit. They say, well, had you come earlier, we could have cured this. So my wife is trying to convince me to fucking go take care of myself. So I gotta go take care of myself, guys. Get these shit fucking checked out and shit. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. You know what I'm saying? Let me go make this appointment and see about these fucking glasses, bro. I shouldn't make. I'm never gonna make these Cardi's glasses. No, I thought of that one time. Like I should put prescription lenses inside of these. No, that would be like putting a spoiler on a Mercedes. The equivalence of that. If you were to put like prescription glasses on these Cardis like that, like I thought about it, but it would ruin the glasses, you know, because like, when you buy glasses and you know about some designer shit and stuff, if you're into that, you don't have to be, right? You don't have to be, right? Stupid shit, you know how it is, right? Fucking the world gets you, right? And make you thinking that you need some shit when you really don't need it, right? But I like it. I like these glasses, right? But when you buy them and you go there and you go to the store, you set an appointment to buy them, right? These glasses. You have to make an appointment to go to their store. They don't take a lot of walk-ins. It's like a lot of rich shits. They got a lot of fucking. They got some nice stuff in that store, man. I didn't know that Cardi made so many things like that, like pens and pendants and shit like that, right? But when you go there to buy them, they teach you about the glasses, right? And they teach you and they tell you about the quality of the glasses, and you start to learn about like real high end shit. So I always thought that it was the gold frames, that all the money went into the frames because they were going to be gold and shit like that. But it's not that. The value is in the lenses, the cut. They're they're one of a kind. They made the same for the same set, but the lenses were cut by one person, and then he cuts the other one, and they got to pass their lens test. So Cardi does not make prescription glasses. They never have. Whenever you see a rapper on TV and they got the clear ones, those are fake. Those are 100% fake. Okay. Then in recent years, Cardi started to work with other, like Cardi would um have like an eye doctor, right? And he'd be like a real fancy rich eye doctor, right? So they started collaborating with those eye doctors to see if they'll send you from the Cardi place, they'll send your Cardis to their eye doctor guy. And what you want to do is you want to get prescription lenses put into your Cardi, but you want the name to be engraved in the corner. Because a lot of these guys, when they change the lenses, they don't got the Cardi name. That little name, it's right there in the corner. I don't know if the light will capture it well, but I guess I would have. You see it? Look, I don't know. Can you see it? It's right there. Right? See it? It's right there. That's the name. It's inside the glass. That shit don't smudge off. Right? And those are real Cardis that do that. They got like some fake ones that He has pretty good knockoffs. I've seen some pretty good knockoffs, but you can tell. You can tell still. Some of those knockoffs, I would have to hold them in order to see it. But once the name is gone and they take the glass out, them shits is worthless. You killed the value in them. It's like putting a fucking spoiler on a Mercedes. Like they're no longer Cardis. You can't take the glasses out. You know what I'm saying? And not have the name in the corner. Because all you got are a bunch of frames now. They're worthless. You could sell them to somebody else. You could prove that the frame is real, but the glasses that's not what it's about. So once you learn that, it was always about the glass. These are they make sunglasses. They don't make reading glasses. They don't make prescription glasses. No, they make high-end designer shit for rich people. You know what I'm saying? For as much as money I paid for these fucking glasses, and these were like the cheapest ones. I mean, the ones that were there that I was looking at, 27,000. They got ones for 32,000. They got ones for 13,000. They had these nice ones, 7,000. That's more my, I was like, yeah, like they got these, oh man, they're fucking beautiful, bro. They're all gold and they got the like a Jaguar, it's like this Jaguar kind of, and they got black diamonds in its eyes and all through the body. Have you guys seen those ones? They're Cardis. Yo, them shits is fire, bro. I seen them. The cheapest I seen them were like 7,000, 7,800, some shit like that. And you think about it, like $7,000 for a pair of sunglasses. Who the fuck is doing that? Rich people. I can't afford those. You know what I'm saying? I can't. They fire. I fucking love them, but I would need to be a millionaire first. To be like, yeah, I'm gonna go buy that. I'm not spending no $8,000 on some glasses right now. Like, not like that. Mm-mm. There was a point in time in my life where I spent stupid money on stupid shit. That's a different time. I appreciate $1 now. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. But if I had it my way and I would buy them. Yeah, I would buy them. But when I could afford them. If I could afford them, those would be the glasses I would buy, yes. You know what I'm saying? But round one, I want you to hear what I'm saying. I want you to hear what I'm saying. I'm such a dumbass that I would rather pay $8,000 for a pair of sunglasses than rather pay $30, $40 for a fucking pair of glasses that are in some Walmart fucking thing in order for me to be able to see. I want you to hear round one talk. And this is me. All right? I don't get away from my own criticism neither, just because I am round one. What? You need round one, you need to get your priorities straight. All right? Fucking pair of 8,000 sunglasses. You sound ridiculous right now. Go down there and get your eyes checked. Either you get your eyes checked and fix your glasses because you ain't got to worry about expensive sunglasses when your ass can't see. How about that, round one? You know what I'm saying? Talking about expensive sunglasses. Your punk ass can't even see. Get your ass down there, man. I got to get my ass down there and stop fucking around with these damn sunglasses that ain't doing. Man, listen, my fucking values and things is out of whack. You need to check yourself. Get your hand out my face, bro. Get your hand out my face. Bro. All right. I'm not getting sunglasses. Back up. You know what I'm saying? I'm harsh even on myself. I'm critical on everything. I ain't getting away with it. Nope. Fucking 8,000. Shut your. Go get yourself your glasses checked first. Hey, yo, fight fans, love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'm on to the next one after this one here at Round One Sports Talk. Hey, yo, family, Do me a favor, hit that like button for me. You know what I'm saying? Love yourselves. Keep your loved ones close.